It has been 7 years of grace and positive impact. We are determined to do more to boost the capacity of the private sector, to expand productivity and create jobs. In the past 7 years, Mr. Speaker, we've invested over 32.7 billion to keep the lights on and support the growth of businesses. We have invested 25 billion to facilitate the repositioning of the financial sector and enhance its ability to assist business operations. To date, the Development Bank Ghana has facilitated 1 billion cedis in competitive financing for the private sector, and GESO continues to mitigate risk in the agriculture sector. Supporting 100,000 young graduates to secure workplace experience and employment by investing 2.4 billion in NATCO, invested 7 billion to build road and transport infrastructure and improve connectivity and productivity, invested 541 million in 169 IDF, 1D1F enterprises to scale up value addition and provided 140,000 additional jobs. And we have created, Mr. Speaker, over 2.3 million jobs in the private sector and public sector, approximately 900,000 in the private sector and 1.4 million in the public sector.
Mani mama ekasamne borrowing idea ne records nye timene ne pan kamen ko hot tropana say debt to GDP ratio on be found 32%. Uduru 70% you are in debt crisis. 2014 na you do debt crisis. So I mean you are Jonathan Kunkufo be found 182 or the akwa hepic. Emi ya de kan chair ma you come in high, your debt to GDP ratio in 2006 constant prices. By the year 2008, I'm an MPP free, so 32. Here I don't have any mama mobile fire no. Almost 2014. Now I could do 71. Am I could do that crisis? And nothing am I call I'm IMF no. So what I say? And here I don't have any mama the idea fear nine. Ghana was in serious that crisis. It mean I'm a taste and all kinds of no. Miss Ray, I heard the area don't have any mama men and coming because ne records of honey. Osaka inflation asem say enema bo ayedene. Tama obe president July 2012. Ya Yera Mills enya ne baby ko nyame fa ne currency. Na inflation at the end of 2011 na 8.8%. Papa be di ade no every year inflation was going up. I'm here at the many mama. A consura could do 17.7 2015. 2016 and about from Kakraba 16.4. About 16.4 no year run another buy no. Obeso muno. The following year inflation as a tiako. A conformer could do 7.9. Yeah, it is the lowest inflation Ghana had recorded since 1992. Yeah, September 1992. 28 good years record. And you started in December 2019. And sana yone ya abai eba yone
making some
that alone is enough hope. Na say hope or no biara so to me plan not mushim na national brabo konenim na community na brabo konenim na Ghana so okonenim. Into the fact that the economy is growing means that now when you put in an investment or put in any effort, you are also going to get the reward for it. Into a cheddar ban from COVID time or disrupting the economy not up to this time, you know. Now do not some no okay this economy no or say able to be a PJD this one no. Yes, not as a party and as a government do possible. Two, actually, in Yama war Yuma, there were a lot of tax waivers. Today I want to manufacture sanitary pad na do Ghana no. There's tax waiver for them, and that is very good because here my phone one day sanitary pads now they will create problems, especially for young people who are in schools now. Then it's surprising with Fuma Obama. I want to now addition will see and maybe already be answer with Chumwaye.
A budget for amanie meto obiaso biem. Wo sha edoma bebre tax no bra ye free ho. Enti your budget na say na kan stability growth budget. O share budget here kroya. The budget emu ehwam mudimi nkan je so de wan fa to foforo bi ama. Wa eto dada ho bebre ni na we ye free ho. Contractor odin say muem dwrem kakra no nyina so mo hwe no my yaba form, or she a large general hospital. Nanka was through Omako can was a manaba form. Clearly, a say, or mine air coning budget na papa yanka say papa. Say naka say, weigh your budget a while with a budget no, bois, and my normal ya per se, and I conquer. I didn't have 4 person yards a budget in yet. I'm expecting the leadership from both majority and minority say, then discuss what will help Ghanaians. Then the Baba Ghanaians, and Yaji, then the Baba Ghanaians for budget. Now, a Montiasie, now a Monsumo, some Babwa, my or minor, na conquer, I mean, NDC MPP, some or budget, go budget way, a budget, a young can't budget.
We there, here just the highlights in my definitely figures, Nankasa, but unfortunately, it was not inspiring. People be and say them free budget in Mwamba. So me, I was suspecting that the national health insurance will be capped, will be decapped. Unfortunately, national health insurance here, I say still buying it will be discounted. Dia no be di. So many person me pentem a prepare akwa baby ano. I want to look at the figures. Ebia na baby wo mo a wanka na o figures nim. So I think but so far the policies are highlighted here there. Wa makra nke here. There are some for and I would say it was a budget to him. It's totally empty. Nti ahokyere no and na yebekọ so akomu a. Nti everybody will be and na to the be person better no kore no. Going forward, we are going to face more hardships.
Things are really bad, and I know. Let us stop pretending. A lot of the things that they told us before, if you cast your mind back, prior to 2016, one, they said our NDC government was borrowing too much. What have we seen? Unprecedented, 13 billion within 4 years. What have they done with that money? Another area, the banking sector. The banking sector, the minimum capital requirement is 120 million. Okay, how many banks were closed? If we even close up to 10, right? Multiplied by that, Muslim used to 25 billion. What do you call it? Closing banks. No? If you need 9 billion to create jobs, and you have to use 25 billion to destroy, that means that you are not up to the task, and that is why we find ourselves where we are. Okay, banks who were in distress. Yes, it has happened all over. America had a problem before. Nigeria, the same thing. They did not choose the path that we chose.
Wala busafo mama munyina makwa ba jaso media ni we live on OK 101.7 FM so and we live so across your partner radio stations adaroma wo munyina epeke na wo de aba e o ship house e wo Abeka Junction part of Desperate Media Group ya na ye ni abre a chese ne e youth ene ene mo kasa ene Ghana youth e wo sam kasa selling the baby kwen bia so wo se mutumi kasa mi ehu se Ghana no ekoyie mamo anasa achia Ghana for nankasa you must make your voices heard youth na wo Ghana no se budget yi eye ahokyere budget ana eye nmonyam budget ana eye ahoto budget ena eye nkunim budget eye wo pocket na ebeche but see minister finance minister wa bobo niema bebre so and this is the budget here 2024 budget in you this is the budget here the elections because you do election year o hwe Ghana your record na edu afi a to abana niema bebre echia because sika you spending on abato on nko say economy and this is the last budget at least some kind of ebema some kind of real figure about their cost ewo Ghana iti bo so ne na join the discussion and me the link to one them emrantie ne mabawa wo de o ya brantie ne ababawa wo de hwe pocket na joining komowei na watch wadwene say yeah ko into abato no so does this signal a future for you said the finance minister ka say we nkunim budget no cause about budget we na ba omianom de bekwakoye campaign say you stabilizing yema you see I think they do baby ayen Ghana for no so yenwene niema bi ho na yenya clear because minister say o create 2.3 million jobs. They be NDC by Mahama Kaso create me figure exactly, but Green Book there were figures a bank castle with creative jobs. I think they do baby a young Ghana for no so say minim say no cranny empathy ebekon say they where are those jobs? Yenye be ye by a year so are you crying see there are no jobs. Because the minister can say 2.3 million jobs, public sector and private sector. It at least to some extent, yeah, do money be ayo. Napco, what the mammy sambo records in the munchero. Now, watch me. Where are those things? Many blind argument can say minister boy. Because these figures cannot just be a lie. Mahama buy creative jobs in be. President Akufo-Addo almost creative jobs in be. It's Ghana for one and a young kind of. Is it that the economy is because and now share inflation 32%. Internet is any money be bra yet abontia. Yabaka in the year permutation in every no. Yeah, because me who Ghana da. Say a baby a bag Ghana for ya can say koye. Normally it's yabaka buying a free so no. I experience for front. And some yabaka say, oh, na President Akufo-Addo no ye. Oh, na Atamos no ye. But Atamos the time. Me can't pass Atamos the time. Young Ghana for crazy and you say you don't form say I receive Atamos to call. Yeah, Ghana for no. Yeah, ma Atamos in say Oko Joma. Yan Tadi Obia say Atamos call. Atamos free so you see Atamos do ye chen Obia. President Akufo-Addo so onye a community and on my penny Kufo and I did and so my penny Kufo free so you see on my penny Kufo and super pie there. You won't be that. Mahama to yesin koye. Mahama free so affect hey Mahama Sambro bejo board the Akufo-Addo crowd okuye. Akufo-Addo will probably say the same thing. Just say I'm asking say Ghana youth no ye na ye o man that. Mo ankasa mo mra na mo mechire ye mu. Say Ghana na ankasa mo who situation e say inflation e 32% and who is Ghana. It will be a same records no IMF they are almost say inflation at 32. Statistical service they are almost inflation above from President finance minister they are catch boss. So let me play the video. They were tina calculation. What tina calculation say a Germany be at least Ghana a third world country in Tinyandia say Mahama or China Mahama ba on to me creative jobs more be 24/7 a Jumaya Mahama can't was me. There is no security implication. I know not Dr. Donfek. The security implication is that I was here 2 times the number of a year first a police for police service. Because here 24-hour economy. Police for a bad guardian a real crime or just send a bullion van. You did your good police in it. I didn't go. Boom, boom, boom. You cool police in it. A broad daylight. Transmit yesterday, broad daylight. It is here 24 hours. The good thing is that a bit Juma but some security implications. Because I'll see a pet double the number of police for soldier for more guardian banks in it's a hold your jobs, beba. Sikaben Yadiko Chiaomo. Say, IMF for the police. Abetana Bank of Ghana or checking a sika semi say Ghana they live within our budget. It is a saying be beer a cabia your best spend the beer. IMF for the police for Jira Kong. It is a confessica wa he na yaba 2 times the number of police for a bear human. Maybe I like the fact that Mahama be creative jobs. But I'm saying, say, Sikana ye kofa he near the ababe creative jobs or no. Ye the ababe tria workers. Because I see Accra Ghana workers when I have figures mini say bossy. And you are asking yourself, and it says can you free? Imagine the Snassenaya calculation, may one minister need any view. Snassenaya calculation. Also, I created 2.3 million jobs. And we're here. Napco Siko must spend it. Construction or more roads near the ending, he spoke about it. Taxes or more testo. And the question is, where are they? Uni mobia or yeah, do many beer? You must say it. It's a system Mahama to a crazy jobs. A Akufo-Addo to a crazy jobs. But Ghana for still I think it's where are those jobs? Some jobs ye be ne and ya said that cassette. Jobs be new one answer saying. Things are improving gradually because you see. Ghana near Poyabona make us a third world country into Wachina, Obian to Minya Ghana, Dubai, da, and Wachina, Obian to Minya Ghana, America. And I said UK, we are when you're cleaning job, why? By a kaka. What is a kaka? Kaka can you see evidence say? What is the state of kaka? What is the state? Sharako, because he can't hear Bobos in its kakato. Boom, 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 boom. And yet to kaketwa. I don't know all the water Makasi. If you are Ghana has a long way to go, it's true. Ghana have a long way to go. Long way to go. And I think that sometimes here Ghana for your expectations are high. Because you see Ghana for your 2 quantum. It's your move brain, your coin called London, you call your year first say America ye ko he ye ko he it ye compare ye hu to hona na Dubai ni ade hu say Ghana ya ka chire because before me na me try na me catch say before oil money back na Ghana say $1 $1 under president for that time na oil revenue no make Ghana economy ho na oil revenue and make Ghana economy ho be na $1 $1 and that oil money ebe can Ghana economy no look at where we are $1 12 1 to 12 your dollar no 1 to 12 $1 to a dollar and 1 to 12 it's where are we going? But the truth of the matter is also that the more Ghana economy, the more your population economy. Ghana so yenyi in the year election bebree permutation oh a friend say edutum any baumia na eko and then deputy speaker aka say there o ma ti ase say running mate to beba from Ashanti region eti greater Accra region dey na me suggest pose bia obi ti say na atochi ma ni bi ebe join na cheso mo ne mahama any professor Jenano Pokodma Akono. Yes, permutation in Nano. The critical issue I was here Musa question. I'm gonna for you to be Musa economy issue. No, this economy near inherited or able to move. This is the economy. Mpacho Tobo a for pen. Start to calculate sika yebo bosono or pay. And the question is, Sikano coin. Every day be a Ghana for say reflective your bottom. You can inflation must reflective your bottom. You can wear yes, you reflective your bottom. Mahama ye friend say could Dubai. You Ghana for Korea catch a mama say road. In fact, President Kufota or anyone needs to go up a road near their mind. The only road in fact they say Ukwa and you sabuti amani hunu. Obia or tikbon. Obia or school or Central University, Obia or Go City, Obia or Pong area ho, and now Tema, and now come to 22, come to 21, catch us say, Send President Kufo, and Tema Soga Copper Road no croya, and 4 hours no mudimu no cranian como. Because I see a whoop a first a pram back cry. We are Juma cry, and your pebebida. You will spend more than 4 hours in traffic. Saro no, President Kufo na ye. Mahama kwaya saglemi krano. Oma nye road ni bianca. Oma expand the road no. So your motorway, the motorway I expire 50 years. Expiring date 50 years. Motorway I expire. Yenya NDC MPP. Nobody has thought about expanding the motorway. Aya brofunkwa. Oh, you better expand the motorway. You better say brofunkwa no mukache besin ne kebashing mane. Besin ne kebashing mane. Just expand simple bloody motorway. Obianye. Brofo. Just the major road that and then the transport Ghana number 1 transit airport. Burkina Faso be near Ghana. Niger for be near Ghana. All the landlocked countries in Mali. Efa Ghana with the exception of Nigeria. Any friends Sierra Leone, omuna more port, omo maka our West Africa, and Gambia for to be. Omo maka nyina obia de ne port. We are the number 1 and motorway is the transit route to South Transit Corridor. Burkina. But still, expanding motorway. Motorway na expand nyina. Nkofo papa, nkofo mama, nkofo nuanom, nkofo yerenom awu ewo motorway because we have refused to expand the motorway. We have refused. Obiaba mahama bai o kaso obey expansion of motorway. Okay, say President Rollins go here. Omo kaso obey expansion of motorway. Yanye. A friend say bai Kufuor number who expand motorway yanye. Yera a friend say Roads and Highways Minister Otetema motorway ni danafuniano. He is lived in Tema all his life. Amwakwata still no expansion of the motorway. Motorway na a concrete road no. Ese ekra na the bitumen kota na the abefa so. Ona motorway ni ma boom boom boom. And no cry a recipe for accident. Yet motorway ni mo. And ekum temafo. It has become a death trap. And ekum temafo. It is ikani ya bumpo so pay no. Where is that money? Where is that money? Abai biaba eka yabo na me kire mahama bai oboka 122 billion Ghana cedis ene Ghana eka mahama akọ na eka eda ho no Ekufuor Dubai wa 2 times more than 2 times that number say you cross 500 billion Ghana cedis and the economy still here the same and I make sure say niema kakra but there has been slight expansion e ho so na was Ghana for no to be jitu mu say we have seen some kind of improvement. And everybody around the world is coming to Ghana. But I'm Bibia obiasi enkoye, and everybody is singing the tune enkoye. Into where we have even made progress. Sometimes ago, ni yen na yeso ano. Na ni NHISO. And again, you were NHISO. Some time ago, ni NHISO na cash and carry. And they were NHISO at least. Who a card umpa a betria OPD fees. Consultation fee, crowd or card a betria. But you see, Miss Shem said Ghana, your standard no any Dubai level. It's in a day we have ancestral touch for a baby. But you see, the way so I behave, no, the Aninian maybe and tomorrow will continue to frustrate every government ever. Because today that we are celebrating Muhammad, the same Muhammad 2016, we vilified him. Oh, the same Muhammad yes on yet. Net Ghana for Muhammad yes rabofu. The same Muhammad. Ekufuado and ya vilify me. Or that corner the same Ghanaians will come and say, I Ekufuado anya dia from my free SHS. Ekufuado anya dia from my 1B1F. So what do we want? And then a person very objective, open-minded, devoid of attended conversation with Ghana Mante. Open-minded, not attended. Ghana man who say, where lies the future of this nation? Are we making slight progress? And here progress and now we are not making genuinely no progress at all. Ghana for no ankasameka. Ghana for no ankasameka. Ni nyina yen hwe kwan abefa so a oman no ebeko nanim. If now no see enkoyi a and now almost inflation number form. Why are we not feeling the inflation in our pocket? Why? Because they obvious so time and inflation here 41 no. Yen nyina see enkoyi. Today inflation number form. We are still saying enkoyi. So where is the missing link? How is it that man reflecting on ground? And I reflecting the year who are now. About to creating jobs. Okay, my member minister in the video numbers no they might any be what they call.
It has been 7 years of grace and positive impact. We are determined to do more to boost the capacity of the private sector, to expand productivity and create jobs. In the past 7 years, Mr. Speaker, we've invested over 32.7 billion to keep the lights on and support the growth of businesses. We have invested 25 billion to facilitate the repositioning of the financial sector and enhance its ability to assist business operations. To date, the Development Bank Ghana has facilitated 1 billion cedis in competitive financing for the private sector, and GESO continues to mitigate risk in the agriculture sector. Supporting 100,000 young graduates to secure workplace experience and employment by investing 2.4 billion in NATCO, invested 7 billion to build road and transport infrastructure and improve connectivity and productivity, invested 541 million in 169 IDF, 1D1F enterprises to scale up value addition and provided 140,000 additional jobs. And we have created, Mr. Speaker, over 2.3 million jobs in the private sector and public sector, approximately 900,000 in the private sector and 1.4 million in the public sector.
This is the issue, and I'm a person I can't say. When the minister says that we created 2.3 million jobs, 2 year grant our job no nyebi and our nyebi. Osinap konkoano almost spend a year for saying 2.4 billion, 2.4 billion in NAPCO. Me one NAPCO for every day be almost sending message here into Amoka. Who got the money? Who got the money? You must explain so that you never see. You know, but then I'm saying, say, it's better than nothing at all. Me see, we are branching and there was someone I'm joining, I'm a guest, and me name Kofi Kwanti because I want Kofi Kwanti also listen to Mranti and so that he can respond. Mini Abema po boating a security analyst. No, because these are the reasons why 2024 elections, no, Ghana should look at security. Because ono for what I catch some time ago that's unemployment a security threat. Cool betting yes you Ghana a unemployment and a bema cool wesi. Unemployment and a bema cool nesi. It's where are those jobs? Na minister Anakano. Was it 2.3 million jobs? Again back it 2.3 million jobs. Sandy power you go across the sports stadium coming just 2.3 million beko. It's 2.3 million jobs. Who be ana? So if people, you actually got 2.3 million jobs, where are those people who got the 2.3 million jobs? Where are those 2.3 million jobs? Where are those people who got the 2.3 million jobs? 900,000 were private sector, they are kind of public sector. Where are those people? Munim sa abaye create jobs and I'm more working. And I'm on kana. Because from my hammer time to the time, hammer time, I'm going create jobs. Me number exactly. But I don't know why Ghana, we complain. Is it the numbers that are wrong? Where? Me pese youth no mo kasa mo join conversation when I'm nkyere mo adwen. Mo kasa youth no. Mo na mo ni mo man no mo na mo ti mo gya mo na mo nim se de ahyehye mo fa. Nka normally get do budget so a we will do the discussion with politicians from there. But for the first time I don't want it to be about politicians. What I say? I don't want it to be about politicians. Me pese youth na kasa. Mo kasa mo kyere na se kenofrata hu se ye friend say enya sa. No kasa ate ne ho ase se enya sa na tie. Speak to him. No, because see, we, our voices, and what's a kind of reality, and your MPs, and your ministers, our voices, and what's a kind of reality. What is the state of the economy? We are youth, I mean, the dear Temu, na we na say the abrophobia, Nanti and Abana Jandam, na foolishness, and nonsense, and we need to fix the economy, no. And fix the economy, no more serious issues about money that or money future. Any issues ekoso what I say na yen so kwan a ye betimi afa so idea ti bi wo ho a wo the ba agi money ni obi atiri mo wo ya kola kra you can be the smartest person in Ghana agi nchire bi wo ho na ma betimi dia aboa ma Ghana akọ nanim do it na yen hwe se Ghana betimi akọ nanim no man because seriously I'm yen nyina ye ba she government bi but I think I've gotten to the point where Abrantia Bakuzo NHIS Nash or say NHIS doesn't work, stop the jandam. This is a very stupid comment. NHIS, one is it is not working at optimum level. What's your crown? Now, can go ask them. NHIS were Caribbean, change and chamber to me choco. And yet, NHIS here, and could do hospital, paracetamol crack on your be. It's NHIS, and you go back to EFSA, cash and carry no. Do you know the number of people who were dying? Young people, no more disappointment, no. Now, people like this now come do no. Because young people be brave, junior common education system, ye be careful. Education system na ya basama youth ye wo Ghana no. Ye hunu kwan ya education system ni play politics. Fa adwenkyere bra. Adwenkyere be dey na mama na ye. Suggestion Mahamadi about their kind manifesto about 24-hour economy. No, you can already also not say no. No, this is a good idea. One man in Profana Koya research no say no. These are things we can explore. And no man explore no man say it can help create jobs and it can help build. Ukwa broche or a Krobi or a America friend Las Vegas. It's a 24-hour state. They be a to chacha. 24-hour state. On my sika omunya 80% of it if we chacha gambling gambling chacha kwa Las Vegas Sin City entertainment and they are building chrono. These are suggestions you bet in there but yet they travel and see would Ghana there you to know we are not helping to broaden things. Minister Tianum cast inflation and drop it. Otia cast almost spending 54 billion in 1D1F. And so to this the time I'll be say apart from eku juice no 1 year 1F na can never he 1D1F na can never he me time o maka say eku juice o my eku juice me I make a whole camera crew ya ko eku juice ko I am pack say eku juice to see up. Lo and behold you do one eku juice was there. Lo and behold no ma fe ekuafo o ma fe ekuafo omu do pineapple no. Omu we are no matter pineapple no. Now omu de akwakoya factory. Me ankasa me ko I went to see it. When a young person, this is what you should do. Udi atama solve a problem no. Cause umpo could use ye na taxing bi kan and ye sika no koye ho adwuma no. De aka nyina tax relief minister eka nyina ye nyina ye tax ka ho and omo de koye no. So idea to be one of my the more we talk, the more they'll be forced to listen. The more they'll be forced to listen. It's a person or a young person who join in. Now also no insult, for taxes, no. I taxes no. Cause we so no won't affect 11 who support 11 no send ya budget. And 11 no say we are call no cry yet. It who support ya budget. But then can we channel our energy through other sources? Cause jobs here ye create who near be any bia. Set down so call him. Who near be any bia. And at least ni daily bread they so bet me ato. This is a year 2.3 million jobs. It is from Mahama jobs, any net jobs from creating a total of about 5 million jobs would have been created. So where are those jobs? Ghana funny ungrateful now. See who said jobs no, and acknowledge. And now there are no jobs of politicians. They are doctrine figures. They are doctrine figures and massaging figures. Nina yen chem no be no konanim. Prince Kofi Kwasi, I see you or see if your communication style shows that you support MPP and your crime. Call Fox, now call a first CNN, we no support you be. In this, I support you be and your crime. Me ever do my dear. I don't intend to support anybody, but I support you be crying your crime. Don't worry. Also support you be me boy. It's this thing I am for ya and I'm here, Miss Ray. Wow, because I will support you be. It has been impossible if you are mystery support you be. I said, Kenya Bonnet. Constitution is say freedom of association, me boy. Freedom of association. Opa, support non-aligned. Opa, support NDC. Opa, support CPP. Opa, support YEP. Opa, support Someha. Nesomeha. Your choice. When you news? Any news? Consistently Ghana. Yeah, say you just killing people's friends saying more beyond Casa. Now me over can we are 20 years. I mean, over almost 22 years. And we are everything. Yes, issues no. Your taxes are con up con near no. I mean, I mean, no mere tax. Me menji obia as grasha. Minji be crada. Ghana taxes he levy a mutu a big bottom da. Onina, yes, he can hear the corner. Motorway, me drive so, also drive so. And ya conante to know who will be by, we will go die. The issue now, focus on the necessaries. Me and your unnecessary things. And then my godfather be from no chairman and be safe ya. Never be brave one my was a gun here to me so 2 4 gig scare and go for canker. Why should the 2 4 be doing the snaps here? Nagana Obusa say no 2 4 to me gold no. Now for gold in this canon I'm saying Ghana. And I think I cry and him for so better so more dear assassin. It's a canon with the aqua like general to Tony. Ghana no assassin. Ensure po nkroma ejini nyina ma Ghana ban. Nkroma vested it in the president. And to go the one Ghana nyina wo tu for assassin so nya tu for dia. Go the one Ghana nyina wo western region assassin so nya western region him for dia. Oil na yetunu enya oil western region ahim for dia. Enti ko ente ye dua koko ye tu gold tu oil wo western region but ente akwanfun ko ente ko sehwidade so ko hwehwia kontomra ko asankregwa ko hwi akwamoni ho ne wo kokuma se ko ashanti region areas baby a adansi chem baby adansi odumase akwamoni headquarters ka ko twice a week gold na ehya asase nate no enya otumfo dia enya western region hini bia dia atiburukusu enya ne dia nkroma ba ye 1960 no ye law se Ghana ajapade bia ye gudi a wo Ghana asase so including timber including nsuo ye Ghana president dia otumfo gold not so kwa enya ne dia akra hene wati gamashi ohene no oti asase no so kwa enya ne dia almost 90% of Accra lands was confiscated. Compulsory acquisition by Nkroma near the capital. So people coins near the man. In fact, yes, he habo no kra no habo. Ya confiscate tema him for so amun two. Ya the caterpillar tema udu tema man here na tema new town. Woman tam kase ya Jeffrey woman sam ya the caterpillar nebe muni woman yesi tema habo. And ne busan kran for titama as say how much benefit have they gotten from tema habo no? Nti ohini bia di Ghana. Oil yo gold wo dia yo ye betui bauxite etu ye won se ye de akwaje sino hydro bauxite na kasa hu sika no interchange man ye de okumase ya nyina hini na ye tu ye no ye de interchange do nyina hini ni bauxite ba bauxite ni sika no ye de aba be si interchange opogu ase uwia no wasan ko busa otumfo no wabusa nkran gamashi hene gamanche na wasan ko busa tamamanche no akwa busa atiburukusu se sika na amoto so no mo de ye den ohiri bia ni won mo de okuta Ghana gold Ghana oil, Ghana bauxite, and it is for the president. And it's a president or Tiakonya so back. No, so you're making him cannot send your pa. You La woo no. La woo. This is it. Issues to be a young man at Tobo. Analyze the issue, no. The whole year. How much revenue in a government year? How much near the salary? Ghana Sika Yaji and the entire economy they are IMF no. Sika Yaji a training in 90% the country salary. The aka now kwa bills in there kaya they are servicing your loans. A car ya bought free to say President Kufuor time or call ya. Ya de a bossy aka in a chair. Loans now can ye service interest. You ask Kanasa. Into a man you bet did a benum ya baya. Nina was here and call Bobby saying this is the issue. From my time, even from my time, at a most of time. Besine, President Kufuor time ya call hypocrite. Ya de aka in a chair. And a car 9 billion pay. And open any year service. Free one betting in the year school. Sikani the trust salaries near there. It's in a government to case or be employ more workers. Now I am a free machine because I am a Sika Ben now the bet Chiacana. Koda Kakrani or Hono, would the chia salaries Kakrani now the bit top petrol diesel near their son. Sikana son. A shit. Every government is biaba. They are looking at expanding the tax net by collecting more taxes. Tina make sure to numbers no. Men did attempt men for here any abufo. Because it won't change the fact that it is there. If government is spending 541 billion on 1D1F, there must be a replication. There must be a reflection in the economy. Say 1D1F no, say about see agenda 111. Hospitals is almost completed. Hospitals need be completed. Na the results or should it be? In 5 years' time, no, maybe agenda 111 if that is if they are able to finish. Or maybe Mahama has given us indications also about complete. Or we are in Ghana for I think that one of the problems of Ghana, so you want to say, you near but for near maybe. Sometimes we don't have patience for some things. We don't have patience for policy. Policy be ye juma. Never my policy na home. Ne to me my results. You should near but for some things. You should near but for some things. A dear crowd is for man. It was a germinate you. A pronet germinating a fifi. And remember, we forgot GD for things. We forgot GD for things. About where I'm messy up, but about where is doing something correct. We're messy up, but it is doing something. I think sometimes we are blind. It's a blanket sweeping statement. Oh, am I wearing yet? She said, Mama, oh, man, yet. But my road, no, yeah, my, you know, a first saying, Circle Dubai, and says so, yeah, faso. For the first time, now I'm saying, to me fast, to me fast. It is doing something, and Mahama, dear, your moya, 37 sprinters. It was intended to stop traffic. Now, at least I'm not traffic across, but at least it has solved some problem. And now we'll call baby, we'll call 37, and now we'll call sprinters. Who are options? Say, yes, set the question one before. Who bet me for 37? No, for a palace no, me boy. No, I can't copy it, my boy. You have that option. First, no, that option wasn't there. For budget for some things. For budget. President Kufuor NHIS we make no radio make a lot of people were arguing and President Kufuor NHIS you are no the buy NHIS no Rollins the 30 or doma and no the pilot and then it doesn't matter. Say see NHIS crazy a crazy as correct. 2 see the crobi nibi NHIS car no na or yadi or the hospital at least obenya para. What your crowd okay can asem. Then President Kufuor who you are what's he say? He can see the NHIS, at least, about expanding NHIS. I think one of the biggest investments we have gotten under NHIS under President Mahama, he expanded it. The more subscribers can. The only error Mahama didn't call for you know, which I never Mahama for no the Sylvester a take more time. The NHIS, he can't see that when he see that it wasn't necessary. The NHIS money now at the time was supposed to expand a row at the man for I could find a number. I'm sure would be NHIS. First time, no man should I expand the NHIS, baby. But now they expanded the kaka. We will get there. Yenya but you just be sweep your way. And yet, we were there. And then your University of Ghana Medical Center. Who do Rage Hospital? The last time I was in Rage, Me doctor wo. The last time I was in rage, just say over America doctor, America hospital baby. Even the way I've done it, just say yes, no, we should learn to acknowledge kakrano. Ni pushing for expansion. Me and your blanket sweeping politics. 82.3% jobs. Simple. Washa a budget. A Nkunim budget. And now we Ahokyre budget. Choose one. Make your argument. Very sound argument. The beer ma din chebi wom. No penny biti baby no afano atro near the account. No penny biti baby no afano the account. This is Ghana. This is Ghana. Say the baby konanim. Say the baby konanim yenya peace. Yenya juma ye Ghana economy betimi abasro. Na youth and then no American embassy ka almost 6,000. And even that statement that American embassy made, may I disagree with them. Why they even put it out, I don't even know. Because from in Chroma time in Ghana, you to what the American embassy refused to tell us is visa fee amojeno in a year. Don't know send them now mama scholarship of 9 million. Now able the trumpet. See what American embassy has never posted a number of youth on Twitter. For the first time they posted it. Why are you posting it? Why are you posting it? Why are you posting it now? So far over the years, nipa akwa abroche visa fees amoje. Visa fee amoje. I don't know visa fee amoje. How are you to even they should have even told us the number of youth amokwa abroche kosuya there. Half of them don't come back. You're contributing to American economy. Man, the manka. Move catch your mom, Mama, $9 million. $9 million now, Moody scholarship. No, or when you started so in a year, maximum 9 million. They are cutting number taxes in Paso. These people should have been paying taxes in Ghana, but who pay taxes in Mamo. You should acknowledge the contribution of other countries to American economy. You are giving this scholarship, and our youth are going here there and come on tonight. If you have a global village, the same way Ghana for to conquer scholarship abroad, University of Ghana international students, Kotek international students, or Mufi abroad or mobile. Everywhere in the world, I'm share the number of Chinese students that go to America. And then I'm share the number of Thailand for even Nigeria. If Unim said visa lottery, Nigeria don't count because the number of Nigerians in America no, a bro and here million, so they are not even part of it. In Nigeria, for any you almost shut up a Ghana, no more Ghana passport. No more pretend it's a more masquerade, almost all Nigerians, and we are Ghanaians. Nigeria, for home. The American embassy, I don't have more issue. Don't come and tell us how much you are spending on scholarship when you haven't told us how much benefit you are making from immigrant population in America. Immigrant population in America. The job they are doing. Oko hospital, Biawo, New Yorker. Okay, nurses, doctors, we move 10, we move 5, Nigeria, near America. This is how far they are supporting your economy. No matter no my age, nurses, doctors, cleaning, no more boy economy. No. People are contributing to economy. But I'm back near 2.43 million. Then we are no creative say yeah. The question is this number correct? Because Ghana 32 million Ghanaians people, and it's all created 2.3 million every year. Second, a year first 10 years to cry. We have 23 million jobs. Do we a youth are? Tell me where those jobs are. Where those jobs are. Because a human debut or memetama, Ubatama, your hospital, a maritime hospital for the first time. And there will be quiet X-ray, any big MRI, and Coco de Bubio, your Cotama, 23, every day, the economy, there are bits and pieces of it are improving. Why youth, come and share your mind. Many will be at them. Probably, see the economy will be on the ballot paper in 2024. Or see the economy never decided. The economy will decide. Forgetting me, I'm just doing my own analysis. Also, we are Ghanaian. You are a bona fide human being with a brain sitting in your head. You have a right to do your own analysis and share your views. Just share your views. Ghana, no, at the side. We need a constitutional. I say all that we need is Ghana youth want a constitution which favors only the politicians to be changed. Well, that is true. A black pope, no. Constitution, no. And you see, you dream a brain, Baby, I need to make a say, you have vested me be my president. And that has not been changed. Eh? That has not been changed. You be a president about first 2 years, you don't more. What about appointing go all the way to DC? Board chairman, TFE board chairman, crap president by appointing. That's why I agree with Black Pope. Serious mindset, no, or no. Solid identity. President first 2 years appointment in Kwan. I didn't want to president no, I didn't got 10 years time, 20 years time no, but because he's inundated with unnecessary things. Patrick Mbaba Asari, or see if you make 2.3 million. Okay, wow, 2.3 million. I see. We are doing with him. Remember, kind of for propaganda purposes. We are doing with him, but company news to the news. And pass 2.3 no, and your hoax, and your fake number, a actual number. Also, a part of 2.3 no. Into the end, say a part of 2.3 because Unia Baba, Akosha Poko Adjumai, on the two. So she's asking, where are the jobs? Where are the jobs? Where are the jobs? Okay. Because I'll say I'm angry. I'm not angry. We are alone. You man say alone. You ways and means. So I need you man. I don't mean about my captains, but go to a fire. Some cats are captain. We are going to do. So I need you man. Yeah, and it's a star. What you say? Kogan, I know your background. How you laid back and no be a also. To buy also the vim kaka as a book on back on as a oh comasa alone boxing and accounts I did my way here to they be a vim and also can hold a dimanoso into alone forget to star be Nina star be any idea corner what she say I see you see what I said she's just promoting the Ghana current government you have to say if you're against you don't worry if I'm promoting the Ghana government because I know you Eduma obisu aje adwuma ono so promote aban say kan adwuma no na etifu soldiers no mo ho mo nwie promotion of government na me ma ba beje ama me de aye promotion of government no kwanya de obetumi etu ameka poverty ma good evening akwa baba jasu so
Major Sumini Aba.
When I will say economy no will be on the ballot in 2024 and youth and find it serious because when you catch it that I think for years what hammer this point say unemployment any ticking time bomb say kubesi Ghana no nebema kunesi explain to us and they are budget aba they say minister ka say Nkunim budget opposition forces say Ahokyre budget nyadia why is the economy on the ballot box in 2024?
Yeah, Mamenchi Atiefo nyina. Em say me kan sa asem mrebia na atwam. But 2024 election, you know, economy beka ho, but in play key role to say ethnicity and religion. In fact, economy be play role urban centers, you know, to send crime, Kumasi, Kofodua, but other areas in the be play key role election when we hear tribal nipa ni film and religion and nipa nation. For now, no sani and history. In the economy, no.
Tribe na ye de be
No.
So why would
tribe I'm say our last interview no me can tell prince economy share down to about Ghana. Se economy to about there. Kenya aban bi obebebia no afenfie na no so a ye be yi no ahwo. Ana wo hwe trend in so kran so a MPP for primaries no call ye na e kire opefe say economy no share down to about wo hwe sene ba wo mianya wo ne home region ene wo hwe ne Canada Japan so nya no central region e kire pefe say afiwe election no wo de wani koto economy ne so bebra ahwe abedu dokronkwa ne ye hwehwe mu kire pefe say be di ahurusie pa no ye ethnicity ye tribal politics ne be play key role ana region enso beto as economy ne de wo hwe mu sese e beto so miensa na emom urban centers to say baby a young client, no say client na koye cosmopolitan area ntino aye say e ho no ukota koye tribal politics no ne region no ne ade na enhye da emfa but other areas na obi fin say akoso yamansa ba na ekwe wasa metoma no ana say onipa amene ne kwasol ne wasa metoma de region ne tribal politics no be play key role.
But I am one because we say Afrobarometer research at CDD 4 year no. Every year be a bab until economy is the deciding factor. Is it what happened?
That's no one so yen efua. Efso no one so yen.
What maybe at 2016 no, the economy need decided yen e change About
Fine.
tribe now, what?
Yeah. Say we share this year election now. We say because of candidates ni nyina say last before Sabana or Beto Mekatro say a few way elections na kasa ye beko no. Candidates no key political ayi nyina be yi candidate free soro ho. Nti eba ne sa ebema sa tribal politics no akonkane. In fact, we share enema ye hwe ne ne ye kwa eyade a ebedi policy wo next year election na ye become economy ne bebem but enche dan ni kind to say nka ehunu no if you say ye hwehwe mu a ye nyina akire pefe say ade ebedi kan ye tribal politics na ye kana ebedi ahurusie na region bedi ahurusie economy ne beba urban centers no enkran Kumase Kufolidua no money adende economy no be play key role but other areas na ye nim ne de what do when you got to economists who are why have been document.
Not just a budget here, minister and their command, complain and call for complain now. You complain, ya buana.
Budget, the amphibium year budget, amphibium year budget. If we have amphibium year budget, no, and so soon as papa bear power after 6 months, no kubusanko for a day and a deba. And nothing no busanko for be Brombacat was a woman in a pet. I don't know, so what I interview call for Brombacat was a woman in a pet. And you know, do no. Now more per third force. Okay, 2021. You back actually me back wo studio hani UTV say interviews are koyi any survey koyi Nkunim ase ne nyina no. Na 80% do hwe mo 80% na no mo buafu aban no. So okay sa abra ne report na de ba na ha. Enti no eba no sa wo be fin say o economy ni nti na be but wo do ani kwato economy so a ebre no du so ye to aba na. Enipa dodo na ba gisika kwato aba. Sana Ghana no yete ye beka asem kukuru obedru ho no amanfo obechi sika obi bekwa akogina baabi adodo na agina omo to aba no efie wura so ye me bia begina ho no wachichi sika ye how back no enti no economy ne de odo ani to super say economy no enti no we win election there this particular election odo ani to economy so abi do doctor kwafia
but it's really sad because you see na say nyina wo be phone lines ni ade a omo didi atem sa na frustration nya so omo share that person omo di obi atem frustration is adwuma ni ho Ahokyre ho bebre tu kwan na no Monday ye program abrante bi be kasa o kire said o fa desert so kwa abrochire enye is this I'm surprised I will say more research na Ghana for kroya or the same people omo fa desert omo complain Ahokyre they are willing to take money not to look at the economy and use ebia mahama ye mikromuni baumia ye mikromuni and vote. That is sad. Not just a guy.
What pass a mama can if we are as a mama can yen ne shasi o. Sanya ma we yen ne shasi. Yeah. Sikan ko for G and Sunny at Waba and yen ne shasi. Entino next year the no a better works. What the next year no who sika bisu. I think we've discussed this issue I think last 2 weeks or I don't know, our last interview at you can be visa before say on 4th November akoto you know. And you know, what do I need to so no crana just what do I need to say economy no and ebe determining factor there ube do doc no kwa. And we political strategies be now two parties in afwa. Anyema mienu ebe di ehursie pa tribe religion economy no urban centers no na ebedi in a kind. But say wokukọ baby to say mimi krum no areas bi ne bi no ho baby a ya interview nkofo ne soro ho no baby dia okokeka economy na me catch the prince omo de onum ne tribe eba ene omo enso regional epesa eba eno na ebedi aku
the budget ya omo branding is Nkunim budget Ahokyre budget ni ade e budget fans 1 week na atwem nobody cares and yahwe
if we are saying name say Ghana represent a budget a dey power portion a budget and na ekosoro emma formuda apart from President Rawlings the cloth say ECG bills so kakra no efiri ono kra no kwekusi isen aban ben wa ba wa be budget
omo de kania ni nsuo chen 3 months ni ade na okeka ni na so omo create 2.3
na so omo santi ti ni nyina e kai a omo de ma yetu ya no and since bills na yetu ya no covid time the na kire say omo de cheye oti ase enti Ghana politicians no na was omo pem no omo kan okure budget no beba ubon se majority side no be budget so na minority side no abo ahuru won se turn the other way round the same thing no mo yen da bia enya de omo nyina obi esesa entim so do wani to say ya present budget inti no enema ebeye se bia ne wo pede a na me sebe metimi aka che o say de wo anhwa ubenu ho da obey disappointed if you say wɔn nyinaa no saa budget yɛ wɔn present mi hu ade fufuo bi a ebetumi asasama na yi.
Kofi Kwante, Mami Musa, people tagged you as a third force, as a sane voice, as a hope for the future. Obi a unni politics mu the system non drown unkomu unyi obi esika undi obi esika unje yes gracia. Una new vim, new brain, new mindset, new thinking, especially when people say mo amako sua de wa abroche no you people have tagged you say when I hear the new osaje phone chroma de wa ko sua no ubetimi de aboa Ghana oti se wonu abema pobo atimo research ni show say Ghana de yemfa ya dwene ento form nto aba na ye the tribe na to aba. How do you feel na me mbusa about budget so what you think how do you feel generally about this revelation you're making?
Afia me chia na me chia wait for the one wahwe we assume na afia the truth of the matter is to some extent, you know, na minyana kano, there are glimpses of it, underpinning to Ghana politics. But now when I say Ghana rise, say no nipa ritie, nipa accept say when we enkwasiache, inti there is a good number of people mercy at the very least, you know, more than 50% worry share, worry tie, no worry share fem. Usi candidate will be jadi. Sen woje ken sikedi, sen waje baumia sikedi no, will be jadi. But na America children say, hey, politicians say, delegates walk to Abama baumia and ken no. Na opinion be Yereka say a greater number of Sankrofono truly believe to say Baumia would be better for NPP than Ken would be.
Why? That shows, yeah, that's what shows,
no,
yeah.
Yeah. Me, Tio, that's just the truth because what Pekena Sam sing Baumia, but for the greater good of the party continuity. Any existence, you know, one so to delegates, no, so one so what percent one so what cosun would there. But hina na no or a better package for MPP's existence and a continuous rule. What we want to now, can you be a obe kind of career, opeso sisaniama, on a day obe kind of senate, ebema MPP for watching. Bahumia de or a conservative candidate for the MPP or no pro MPP.
Okay.
Now benefit MPP. On me wash one dirty laundry outside. Intino for the existence and continuity of MPP no. Can ma $1 billion grant will be votama Bahumia. So inti enono chira say enye so much the sika. And another thing is so I remember from side election is Senan Kanipa pe Ken asemno. Ken did not even have to give out money. Say say anka pe keken wo penny pass sema anka Ken would have won this thing hands down because Nipa definitively penasem sing baumia in the end.
But wait, and Nipa ni though this is just delegates. Do you think that the delegates would have still done that?
You see, I don't think Mary makes that distinction. He said the delegates had a responsibility to make a decision centered on the best person to carry the party forward. The no decided that Baumia would be. Intina pow now what pe Ken asemno and no I be secondary. Inti and no my indication say if 200,000 of young delegates, young population, electoral arsenal, 200,000 to me make a decision say worry vote based on near one will feel say ebe benefit one party. Now the idea, the new paradigm of value voting is in effect. What when America no? Inti no want to make first sika nkoda da nipa obeje sika na dis won vote ma. Because say anka enye value based voting anka will be vote to Ken, because without a doubt, even now, cry will vote to my Baumiano or Pekena something Baumia.
Yeah, but the coffee, the we remember Paul Boateng can say, I say, yeah, again, coming to the budget, said, look at the indicators, a minister, all these things have gone into the economy. Still, I gonna for Korea every day, and you're consistent when you one day, every day, be a so come now, obey your program, people are complaining. Yet the same people no na Paul Boateng say, almost for budget in your juma, almost for economy in your juma, to say the omoje. They've opted for the easier choice for them rather than obia say a compensation. Let's just say all that we are shouting, we are doing it for nothing. Just a gun upon a casano, you fire didn't to form and take a decision. Is that what you are also confirming?
Well, this is it. There will always be a majority of people. Any so one day. What tend to vote towards Niyama consistent with how they see the one world perspective. But Mary can say, sa group of people na Ghana no one were a shrink. And the year going to 2024, about shrink even more. And let me tell you why. About shrink even more because the MPP is making it glaringly obvious every day, say they are not worth our vote. Inti pushing Crawford to the corner, say, listen, if you're going to vote based on Sikana, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Because Mary Mama now will pay. Now, Netino soon said, in Crawford P will come to the realization, say, as I say, young who said, versed near Hunero Kosono, we have to take a responsible position. Yes, sir. Wanga Sebe won't shed down Tiniame Kosono, will be just can vote. Not one saying my young into Nkrofo Pireba into the arena. Say because you're going to vote here, but you're going to the general now. Made me believe, say, and the way you get the numbers, they said 2020, Nipa 12 point something million nevoti of a 17 plus million pool. Into about 5 million people did not vote because now options now what friending voter candidate pool no one pay ballot no so nipa na was no one pay. That would be the explanation. Even though said there was really high numbers in terms of voter apathy, you couldn't justify say 5 million people decided not to vote just because of the fact say there is voter apathy. It may be 1 million, maybe 2, but certainly not 5. Intino, adding because based on results I hear from Afrobarometer, no can say not a candidate of their choice in need
ballot paper no so okay.
Well, any roster no so. Inti going into 2020, no see yenya sa crofone into the pool now. It be change dynamics. Say yenya 5 extra million people. Because of Nipana dos ninti ebe reduce percentile no into a even more difficult to get to 50 plus 1.
Okay. See, o point is say omo Kofi Kwante Paul Boateng ka say omo be Jessica ato aba na omo the tribe and to aba baby away free no omo number say ba form.
One numbers and not necessarily say about form, but because of say were more people in the pool, no.
Okay.
Reduce one resultant effect.
Okay. On because, the general results
numbers ne dos one percentage, value goes down.
Yeah.
Say we 30% in 2020. Say you go from maybe 12.5 million to 16 or 17 million now. So 30% and say it becomes about 23% from 30%. Into one resultant effect and a less.
And do you agree with Paul Boateng said 2024 no economy will not be on the ballot? budget will not be
absolutely
on the budget on the ballot, but about tribalism, ethnicity, ballot,
they want it to be about the ethnicity and tribalism because no nema what to me juggle numbers with the politicians. But one why discerning voters ni na why hinge on the borders ni na and why peripheral voters ni na one why value-based voters.
Okay.
Why issues-based voters. Inti one so na eba say if you in every society biana yewo masses of people are 1 year versed with niame ekosono, they tend to vote based on what the generalities are. Inti why you moved by say narrative. Inti hinanori create narrative, the educated few at the top, no one will be create narratives because near wababe can and one expectations in the babe. Inti wanga won nimno and so be a case akwebi to say on him to mano yanko to mano and because one will nim one year research be and in every society be so sa pe so upese who create maybe nim an agency Virginia mon crofui mon abrofun crofui me person buundin but what they create narratives in the black societies say bia or person will create send will be dressed near there they craft it over there what they are out but if you top near bow now I better into the general population now all of a sudden it becomes a fad.
No be a DHA.
And so it wasn't created by the people at the bottom. It was created by people at the top to be seen by the people at the bottom as hip.
Okay.
And they buy into it and then it becomes their thing. And so anyone will create it.
Okay.
In Abrochino and in civilized societies in the West, it's done by design. In Ghana, it's done by accident, but the trend now happened.
Okay. Coffee content. Maybe I say this. I say omo when it da from no more pay change yankasa no. I also omo do. Do you think they can change anyway? Because their poor thing can completely opposite their own kind. Because na make us a budget ya poverty and fit they be unemployment a key issue. Okra Coffee Content, you have been a very major advocate of unemployment. Say near my can they be asking this in the MPP the same just omo create adwuma omo bo omo share that pretended to say omo ye 1 or 2 nom de no bram ye ni so na say na wo ka fad na be propaganda no be afa so ye create adwuma na ye de no afa so sa and then minister parliament or say omo create 2.3 jobs. Do you believe that?
Oh no!
Have you seen those jobs?
And you know, listen. Now I'm not in disagreement with Yenia Paul Boatenrekano, but Americans say 2024 is such a key year for voting. What Ghana say, wonga ye dormant. One take on the side status say, oh, munko vote near Renina. Say no, they are going to take a shot in 2024. Inti sa wong involvement, a bit diminish standard na Mr. Paul Boatenre can say usually na anka etumi create narrative na a turn nearma to the left, a tilt nearma no. Every that much of an effect because they say there's going to be more people are but into the arena of voting now anka otherwise they would have sat on the fringes.
Okay.
1 year here.
I have a follow-up question because there's always been additional voters and baso. But Brantia Bakosi Musa say, your friend saying, question, I say you are in denial because religion, tribe near the account and eso. And because it's been a consistent thing, I want to say, for instance, voter region, Obi him say, Omoto NDC, Ashanti region, Obi him so Omoto MPP. You see, Eastern region, Obi him so down side, Omoto NDC. The other side, no, another more chim side, no, omunyina to MPP. There are some things that you can predict. Are you saying say anyhow? Na numbers not mama. Because every 4 years, there are new voters become. So you know in the after the Obusano.
What her numbers are? What vote Baumia? What friend Baumia ne Kennedy Pong, Baumia ne Akuto Free, Baumia ne
But these are just delegates, though. About
I
200,000
know,
people.
but
We are delegates.
we're delegates, and so say would news now would near nipa can near day one year delegates, and even delegates no crampono because say warrior in a pressure cooker no crampono, they give you a more acute perspective on what's to come. What do I say? And well, this is my view based on nipa menwa kasa ni adi na say the tribal thing, no delegates or no delegates, no juma. In America, I say for masses of people to go Bahumier's way against Alan Chemanting and I say against Kennedy Pong in Ashanti region, that tells you say yes, there will always be a factor of religion. There will always be a factor of tribe. And so no, in 2024, no, every nya sa tilting effect now it usually has, no. That's my perspective.
Okay. Go your friends for what remember hold back. Who can say 2.3 million jobs na minister so create and no create.
Oh, and you know, because if you say, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Paul. Listen, the NPP and the NDC are liars. Okay. Now me can say if you they be na me can see. You can skew numbers in terms of growth numbers. Growth numbers don't represent development numbers. We are growth numbers because indices now are skewed and brought in from variables bebre na growth numbers no. It means very little. Near a relevant na effect on the people no a development indigenous development numbers. It is okay say okay you to me create affordable housing your house 2.5 million people greater Accra region 2 million people were Ashanti region. Now, numbers now a physical numbers that we can work with.
Okay.
So now, so what can say where we reduce the affordable housing numbers by 20%. Where are we to go to prove that? Baby, anyhow, inti numbers what they buy in terms of employment I want create what can keke, but
you don't see it.
Okay. Well, it is anka nipa lives are different. Now, what call Niama what they share or calculate it from? They start from GDP and skew what one projecting numbers from GDP, but GDP numbers are erroneous and the entire erroneous. They say companies P what GDP scale no swa enya Ghana companies. Abroad companies.
Yeah, but the Ghana say calculate GDP no.
Ghana is doing so well, but sikani na wasan nang sikani na wade kwa abrochiri dia. Any a direct indigenous production numbers on the people, indigenous people of Ghana no any also. Inti one numbers ni na no companies Newmont numbers now what the GDP. How does Newmont numbers affect Obi Ote or friend and BBNI? Affecting because one year man. And so what fast numbers now, what fun region by region. I like I say, region E is done so well. Go and look at the abject poverty. For secondita credit our companies here as the richest region in the country. I would say the richest region in the whole of Africa and maybe almost the whole world. No. Second Western region, no. Poverty, level of poverty. How do you figure that out? Inti ubje minister see the whole legislature when nim say Western region here the richest one of the richest regions in the whole world per square
oil scanning nanko enko and by him for no say they be America so we should be pushing for a change in the law. Yemfa oil ne gold ni scanning nanko my president.
Changing the law will not do it. Changing the law will not do it. The people at the helm of,
that's where we start from.
If
many a conversation for another day.
You have boneheads at the top, changing the law will not change anything. Why are cromful? We have to remove them from there because law say no. See our responsible human beings out. They care genuinely about Ghana. Ghana will never be the way it is today. So, to some extent, no, yes, law, yes, ebeboa. But se nipa na wonu woni akoma pa no wonwe nipa ho a what bibia what about Ghana no enye human centered. Bibia what Ghana no enye human centered.
Okay.
What is say wore ton Kakum Park? Well be too hot a Kakum Park. And no so
no, me say yes and go for be so mo ye galam say, but I don't know about it.
And wore ton.
Oh, one eton. Kakum, no, nobody can sell Kakum. No.
Oh, what they say?
Yeah, speculation. Nobody can sell.
Yeah, what happened?
Now. How no there be? Obi agreement on Kakum.
Marty, say
Obi agreement on Marty. Yeah, na say. Yeah, who are na say then Obi beton Kakum. No, there's no way Ghanaians will allow that.
I then what tongue a Vodafone. I then what tongue Lancaster Hotel.
But I know to be fair, Vodafone was not doing well. Vodafone was not doing well.
If you
no manager, they no and I file Malaysia for by here.
If you don't go there, don't go there. That's a failure.
Vodafone was not doing well.
If you that's a failure of a statement. You know, you want to know why?
Have you looked at the numbers?
Oh, I'm not. It's a failure of a statement because if Vodafone is not doing well, because we have a failed government.
Fine, I agree, but the company was not doing well.
And I need to do well.
The company was not doing well.
A company can never do well. The people are who fail. People who fail, it's a reflection on the company. A company that they say, well, company, you can't say a company doesn't do well. The people are who mess up for the company not to do well.
That's what I mean. Well, that's what I mean when I say the company was not doing well.
Why don't you change the variables in the company and make it do well then?
But because see, we try to change it. Yeah, the Magana for we try to change it. I'm saying President Rollins time on it, Malaysia for signing. What in time? Was it Rollins time or President Kufuor time? Normally Malaysia for no. I think a Rollins time.
Yeah, Rollins time.
Yeah, President
Rollins time.
TV3. No, we are management contract. Yeah, from Malaysia for na Malaysia for ne be manager ma ye. Malaysia for so be manager and anko ye. And a boka. And ye Malaysia for no one the man. Be government there. And a be done one touch. Until then, a buying kwan and manage. A buying so by one touch. So much managing your telephone lines. A cranny and ye be. And then also ye free one on the comma. Abrofono me wa. And abrofono so buy so and no omoton a fiber optic in the community years and years under various government we've tried formless baby and I agree with you say a nipa no and the people are also managing the nipa and I agree with you but it wasn't doing well. That is what brought Vodafone to this point. I be seen sa Ghana me say remember 2 examples from Nkrumah time. Black Star Line, yeah, the Magana ni Yeguno, yet probably my Israel for no grow company, mom the 2 vessels can. Ghana Airways, Britain for Ghana for a partnership. It was doing well. Yeah, the Ghana for and yet the woman in Africa or ever in ticket and a Magana was good.
It's not about giving it to a Ghanaian. It's not about giving it to a Ghanaian.
Management.
And I'm say management or what the American and American say. Regardless of who you give it to, so you Bruni, so fi Malaysia, so fi Pankrono, so fi Hefa. The point is, nipa kune ni mejumana, what the mana, ejumani be fail. It's incumbent on the government say, onipa will hand over a business to no. To send a T-Mobile to our Bruchiri, to send a MTN to South Africa, to send a Sprint to our Bruchiri no. What the ejumani mobi, a famo bi onim. Government no yes I say no it is a want to mean come say it was not doing well. It's not doing well said then. One of my to me nya adwene amfa money pa ko betumi ani that's them now okay.
Okay. Anya me mom dey say me dey manage bibia dey di. Me dey me timbe back for what me mra obi me na say Kofi Kwante che say nipa na e wo sebe obru se me predu asanyansa no a omani da ho a omadwene say omo de omadwene na beto aba no omo doso. It is still an economy, no. Any other issues, infrastructure, corruption, will still be at the center stage on the ballot in 2024. Not necessarily, let's say. They will always be there, but more doors, no margin to form. Almost so doors from Abro, way for no.
So, next, or pursue what you say. new voters in India, Sabi, or put on that category, say, or year, or more, journey, Sabi, and Yasa Force and your can. It's impossible. If it's Ubia or no thing can tank chrono. Name a minute in a bush of what to any wood in it. One we decide elections, Emma, Sabia, a floating voters. Who's a 10 no party for me, I'm cancel. One we hear one way, Sabi and light and no more to me, I support on when on my cross 50.1. San call for the door no almost no. If you say, send you now walk on Ghana no politics na woman. And until now, she any pabe tenor. Now, perception and answer, was option, no, child say. Any part 10 young free Kumasi dear, a year day, a moon come say, you almost MPP for. Any part 10 a be a machine or free voter region now, almost can serve it, we cast out the air day, a move by a year, a friend is saying, and this for. So, uncle, for the view of woman, no chain in coffee. And so, still, tribal politics do a man kind. What in the mention? If it's all caucuses in this year, I'll hear this caucuses in this year. I didn't know be a person, Mahama, you running with the free crew. Because I'm bonny dinner crowd, any penny nim dear crumb, bonny dinner crime fata. I'm say, only free the crew mumra. I didn't. Within the parties no crown casano, tribalism will be a pretty key role, and yasam ketwa. And to some call for na minia coffee can still an almost even 4%. When I'm a catcher. If you say, woman no so, sabe, you move be a bit me a objective, no, don't do a saying, because I can't cry by you. What you say? If you are political party, no cry now, your objective is me for what is here. Yeah, meeting cry and foul. This was support to an now could share Godfather be a sabe, or can yes, I was saying, Massa, yes, a massa, or did in a name, yes, I win that baby, you know. You better catch that with there be anti-san also. They say, oh, dear, this particular election, tribalism names are religious in a better West as in election be at Ghana.
Because Baumia Muslim, now Mahama Christian.
Yes, and no be pre-key Europe. Now, Ukran won't share Nancy about Baumia a and I won't news. Won't share near maybe echo.
Baumia Winnie, you know, eh?
Oh, Winnie, yeah. Only that Ben Winnie Ghana, all the regional chief imam for Akosranida. Leader Ben Winnie, all the Zongos are what within certain communities are now in youth leaders Akosranida. It tells you clearly, say, a few way next year election, we are there, a bit break you go. Now, Osha Sabe, baby, Omunine free slim. A hono crown so slim hono, sa two a crown so a tribal politics kakra. Sometimes you may be empty, you be hono. If I Gonja and
because President Mama you Gonja and Baumiasu ofi
Mamplusini. Wale Mamplusini. What you say? And I will share Mamplusi Dagomba and Nanumba for no miles say Sabi and Fancy for. And unto share senior a corner. Me and Casa, Makoye Jumebi 2016. The Koba and Ambecatcher Dr. Pabla Jenny, Vice President Musata, and son almost Samayako. Okaya Tema na Yura Aluna na or Pese for Bayer Regional Campaign Coordinator or Northern Region Honoma NDC. President Mahama and Farmer or the command the crew need be a friend in Lumuna or Bayer Health Minister and or Bayer Regional Coordinator. Sabre Muna Equen, come I say, Sabe. President Mahama the Gonja for one kwan I be DNDC for any more because almost say you were Azuka a Gonjani. Red and so now no Honmo regional office one a Gonjani. Anna and obey a woman organizer had judged Nabon so a Gonjani almost any penny become. If you come far then no pram Emma you were Aruna as a regional campaign coordinator. No massa for far Rimuna and Uncle or Sabaye Northern Region Prime Minister. And no, you know, Dagomba for an company. Think common far regional campaign coordinator and my Aluna and no arm. And Aluna Dagomba.
So these are the dynamics. They play politics and say one.
I want to make sure even say
side. Not going to for no.
And I make sure say a break key role. If we are a play key role in the sense that I don't agree so I minority leader no say you say you never akonya no so ono so ye dagumbani what you say enti saa de no aye ball asuja me no wo kasa kra ehyehyase enti say ndc fo anye tactful a saa tribe no nyina no ebe ye dai ebe ko atia se be ndc fo because history no so e wo ho no emu onku kakra what you say na me kwa omo ma meti ase se mahama kra form sada no gebet idinu nyina egonjafo ana okofa wo nti saade no ebe play key role sabre ya yewura elu na eden eko nti no sa wo pese wo ye utumi wini elections ana medical kan se ade bebu NDC this particular election so be candidate every asante mem se ne ebe ya asantefo nso be hu se omo nso de ye de owum because perception in say Asante for the NDC no I is omonka but yes ana so when you Asante ni and free one don't expect to say sebe you will no na you anu Asante form your typical MPP for no ombejo muslim ni ho a we ba omi akoto aba ma NDC muslim ni a oye mahama enti we ye dan a sa politics no tribal politics na beba ana say you anu mfiri voter region ombejo muslim ni a oye mahama ho akoto aba ama islimuni a oye bawomia ye MPP ni it is our politics no we den beba and don't forget to say MPP for 2012 no from the Ashanti region and Eastern region kwa ewi ni election sabre no na bawomia emeye candidate o eno kura no hwese ne bawomia be ye running mate no 4 years bi e beto aba bia no na it say MPP 40 enya bia 3% anase 2% akon vote won wosoro say am no ka say NDC forcing on 400,000 votes ti say ba omi etimi nya 100,000 votes kura Canada ho na say asante for toma no na isin for so toma na which I know very well say yeden a say NDC for anyi rani mate en fra asante mem a the party will follow na NDC for koya no mobile enti economy ne de ebeba I'm telling you
Professor Jena no pokwadman komu use Ashanti region
say no de makada dada say no de omu fin economy na say ntom de ma me ne kwa de ombedi om dokono kwa because elections we na ye kono wo hwe dynamics na sa na ebeye and in fact yes we research trepe say even yeah as am chiro no even wo hwe your research na report no say I don't know when your SFs ni bi kura e trepe say even NDC fo nkramofo ni bi wo kura na om be support ba wo mia security because on person say be kremoni nso be di akonya no that one so contest here almost so yenya president no nti yenua kremoni abedi dia yenso yebedi e nti they will support Bawumia Nicodemusly what you say enti wo kwatena na say ofin say religion ne tribal politics ne break you in economy na eba dia wo bedi wo dokon kwa because this particular election eni me bedi asie pa na funyamaka chero
but
eni me bedi asie maka chero
but what you can say ya na just people are coffee granting independent one am third force for what some time ago you were talking about say Ghana here third force na just a third force ni enye bi o just say the tribal calculations in kwane to aba it's sad o
if we are
because thing you abro mo abro che was omo permutation we na Ghana de te wo na insese abedun ya kwan yensuo aduane school dan
if we abro chiro bia no ko cheska se koto aba mame abrochire obia no akobia ballot box say wokoto aba abrochire obia no sometimes ye to aba kra unya polling agents ho no eye interior ministry na organize obia nwiem abrochire mentesi ya to aba ma police fo abro nkofo si ye ku yenye system no saa na ye wo no na enso e benefit two key political parties no enti anya de ombe ye mre bia asesa no ote ne me kire na se no ye beto aba yi wodi obehu ubenya nkofo a ombe suma nkofo se omkoye basabasa eyade ombe ubenya omo amdi tu be hye nkofo nsam se omonko eyade ombe enti yenye system no wo ye den saa ne ma ne wom ebeche take time ansa na saa ne ma na yede etimi atwam sesi ya ye we de enya de a saa de ne betwam
okay you coffee I mean tell you thought because in this era yeah pushy everybody's talking about okay say Niger and Mali ne Burkina Faso is starting no be akati here third force here so what in niema for what more research teacher ya how does it make you feel as obi a odwene Ghana now we jawa bro chira what ne aduma papa bi a we because I know you had a very good job very comfortable living you because baby I would think comfort to us a grass and kwa. Yeah, what jaho? I'm not the tea Munigana for hustle say. Who be so independent candidate? Will you change the trajectory? How does it make you feel when he say, because he did the report to just Ghana for you to know economy. Make I'm coming there, but how does it make you feel? Just Ghana for you to the kind of grow.
Efia, Mamen Kasa Mincho. I have an incredible amount of belief in the youth of Ghana. Minni anka merin tu anamo ya mitui. Inti me jemi di say at some point, you know, the youth of Ghana will rise and seize the occasion. And it say Ghana for youth, you know, they've been dumbed down for so many years. But say, you know, they are getting their mojo back. Worry reinventing one to a new consciousness. What per se one so why you involved in the America because when you say one babe bequeath sa economy I say ne Ghana I say what internet so what any America so Dubai no money Qatar no money Singapore no money Japan ne Germany one who sa na one so what per se one so what live sa aspirations no what Ghana because you bet me aye because nations say yes anya main no were less than Ghana. Inti at some point no Ghana ni youth no reka say then na yen so you bet me aye wa ha na you bet me live life to say sankrofo ya as say you change your leadership. I have belief in them say wo besisa. Yes, the dynamic Mr. Paul Rekin ebe play a part without a doubt and the area to me is in 1,000 years in Ghana. But in America they say yeah, so many people are worried about into the fold. They say, ebe minimize the effect of sa tribal and religious and sa underpinnings, you know, every year as much effect.
But one tell your kind, no see Ghana no sa nkofo na wo kan new voters na eba no. Omo bebre no ba said na maame to aba na obeto aso.
Enya no kware.
Enya no kware.
Yeah, Debbie. Enya niamare sesa he, mama me ka chew. Ye tie se na nkofo ye won analysis say can Japan be win there. They were conclusive. Analysis are why cry na me Mr. Afia utie.
Anya wa metie me de.
No, me try ka say can no win it. For what think we did we did a correct analysis.
But in so kind conclusively I will make the analysis.
I'm really ground here. The ground is that
if we are say one Solomon bi ba ya na wo mu nyina abuofo. Me ka say ba wo mi abewi ni no nyene.
Inti analysis bia wo hono ma based on wo niama wo feel and I respect Mr. Paul Boateng but me feel say between now and December of 2024 you know there's going to be a swing. Youth never be moved dramatically because Obia and Pene Ekoso Ghana we came from a failed government of NDC into a government a worse than NDC. I say we're serving the same card they say government I won't say a feel you know yes and take a chill pill from that same government you know and Obia said why do you at that year no say no you're not going to take that pill no from a failed government and now you don't want to go back to a in America see the NDC and the MPP so they've been very strategic in hiring people to create this narrative say oh anya NDC a MPP. And I almost could tell them, say, they're going to get a shock in their lives because Niama Babe Sisa. And Niama Babe usually, if you are in BB to say politics, no, you can never anticipate, say,
yeah, but are you off monitor a sign of elections? So? Any other by elections, plus MPP a year. Openly, people were saying, say, Ajiska. Yaji, I mean, delegate, baby, Kasaya. When was Yajisika?
No correct.
A trend that me who since over 20 years I'm a cover election. People who take obedi attempts I do obediska no akotwaba. Obedi attempts because after by me to report say you to need now prioritize say ade o here wo mo kese pa wo Ghana. Any niama wo kofi kranti de bia wo kan ho asemi. They are prioritizing economy and employment. Economy and employment. And they did this research 1st November 2023. Fresh research. You think in our more can say economy, employment, but we also know say you think cannot correct.
And no
the same youth here omo economy and employment omo aso na do omo aso na yehu omo because delegates omo nye nsamafo omo nyina ye Ghana for youth kro ya
Efu abusa ho say ba wo me akurom ho no omo to 100%. Inamranto wa ni binim. Omo nso ana omo ba foforo te say minu akwa kan na binim ana. Ba go and check ba wo me home region omo to aba. Ne was here tia say yen yes ye third force. I am some no discuss efu a. Next car wasi enya. Ansa na third force na tumi ameki impact no kura no tumi metu NDC ni MPP. Ebeteki be 3 elections answer. No tumi abetu. Now about $200 million. Some know discuss is asking. If you say $200 million and son what to third force no
repeating in nebi otobo
2021 second quarter we saw researcher said third force with me aye adwuma compete sa election no ni ehu ye ne say unya third force no kra na unya credible people are on lead here we hear about $200 million and son what me compete with MPP ni NDC and no kra no unwi 2024 unwi 2028 then you plan for 2032 and no kra no just say was so make sure say constituencies no ni ade ni nyina no be fa youth ni bia o be employ omo so bet me keep o party no offices no ni ade because brand one be play no almost near botra o be twen enti was say o man ni anazo o be call campaign ni ade a e was abusumi bi at least onya be 200 cedis bia anya hwe kro better credit aye course ni ade o ka so won fa ne ho pan ni kom kwa voluntarily onye enti no Ghana no senior politics na kono senior wo dwen na senior President Rawlings time ye mu bi etimi kotena akoso ankonwa yetimi fa fom na abra bi frikofo du afigya setimi kotena adwoso se me kodi NDC achi no saa de ma na twam ene no mba ma obi sika no anyo ka kyo se ma anyi sika na obi baji nto obaje ombesa ka kyo se o mienu nyina no dodo na ombeka kyo se o mienu nyina no ye pe enu nti na omuji sika no na parties nso mienu ahu enti sika no ye ya anom de constituency wo chairman anom de amano youth organizer anom de amano enti sika tuya de internal politics na nkasa kra no even branch levels no at the branch level problem ye branch executive yin kra enokra sika tuya bem efua me say enokra both political parties ma cover my name team enokra sika tuya bem enti money crash ni de sika tuya de ye elections ni de Ghana de ye du no ya nhwe ni ye de beduru ba bia begin say wuni sika no kura ni say unti megina position bia ma ye nto aba ma enti sebe ebe kakra no say ni obi kan ye no sebe wo ye jimifo kura no we sika betumi aba ye president of Ghana sane ne ma ekon enti mo me hwe sa adini o ka say mlante wa no ne o mo be ye voluntary work abe support o dia ene me pa cho san ko na bla bi
afia amenka sa asemi me wo youth bebre a wo ye adwuma mame a wo ye
a o be di 1 million
oh there be we do 1 million but wo fa bibia wo fa cross section now they can say minia inti na American say said na memenya hundreds of youth away adwuma mame into the thousands away adwuma wo yen campaign mu a obia nye sika no it can expand to hundreds of thousands to millions. So and
yeah, but once I say any possible 2024 and now 2032 okay
if you obia kasa at ne belief level
okay
obia kasa or kasa no or kasa at ne belief level who would na chi abakasa akwa you unreasonable only facts only say are no kasa sa e woni gidi no de kasa inti ni gidi no I justify so be kasa me so make kasa from me gidi say based on na me ni youth aka based on na me mehu any adwuma worry ye wo yen base mu no I believe it says youth no will rise to this occasion.
But how about Kofi Granting? Kofi suggest say one Kennedy Japan say more communication, more ideologies is similar. And more for me alliances as well. Don't you think maybe at 2024 you people can make a show instead of say the yes, I just say chi because 200 million. I don't know so far how much you have spent, but $200 million you can watch them. Yes, I'm going to want
Obia because honorary kind of from the perspective of near onim based on traditional politics. Well, youth no say why a verse do. Youth no enye one na say be when ni Jessica say what person what you want man ye. And I stand for the youth. In America say enye youth be no pesika obeje usika na di nso on to ma. In America NDC ni MPP ne say 2024 Monya ready, wo beje musika na di. Warren to mamo. Mamo feel say mo 200 million inti. Mo the best stifle elections, it's not gonna happen. Wo beje sika na di. Warren to mamo. Inti monya ready na mo montem ho ase. America kire mo.
But Kofi Kwante, how about more alliances amuni obi be yet to say
No problem.
Japan, Afrafranto, Alan Chemantin. Do you see yourself doing some alliances?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Epia nkasamre obia oye mede debia mekasi obia oye pro Ghana. Ni pro Ghana nesna eye no kwaridi. By the way side bia ni ho say oh yerefa ye ne Alan Chemantin yi kan Japan baba emergency anene ye be ma amnesty to MPP for when we sika no disika. That's not going to happen. What you say? Yereba yere sanitize system no say we MPP ni we NDC ni yere sanitize. Inti say obi ati asisa dia let's come together, let's work together. But say ye be together.
Ye pa choka papa bi e friend of Papa Kwesi Indom.
Oh yeah,
yere kan sem ni ekwa ani ma ya nkrofo twen ekwa achi to give us a perspective.
Oh nan ka be den work history. Obeda making reference. As a researcher, me making reference near the atoto. Papa Kwesi Indom oba na ni slogan de say o say dwuma wura ikosi isen.
Oh, as ya okay. Papa Kwesi Indom wa be ne deko. O say past performance it's not indicative of future gains and returns. In the past, they are making reference. But no chess any baby sinning minia. Allow for the system to manifest. My system, no, my youth, no interest.
But I tell you, one more no few.
Oh, major. Kasa wo can fi one no crash say we a pessimist. Well, speak positivity into the air. Ne manifest.
Because I mean, me bought audio chira interviews are here. Any nkofo nsem omo kan ebe ye onwanwa.
Mr. Paul,
interviews are here.
Minua nia wahu no eye negative ni nti menka won ko with him enka why
o me dem na ka me positive American negative American me hu na American. Enti nya ne wo na we don't expect me to say ne so be ye wo de ne ye o enyo me meka
what person will inspire nipa na a generation to me elevate wo ho no ye papa wo wiase a you speak positive.
No, see, ye meka motivational speaker they are fine. That is my rule. Me has a be analysis. Mama as a motivational speaker, I was all tears here. Me analyst, so I have to combine the negative and positive. And they make the trend call for no zampa. Ye couldn't say ya net here. And yes, I make us a Ghana you have to be angoda. Yen can as a researcher, there was who said, Nienko yeno, o heto, near yeno. Sanya beya obi ye bibia obi hu say netie so na was hu no
what analysis this is 2032 and a third force there
no tie afua me say sabre no third force no ana omuma akwa me say yenkoye say adwuma ne sika say ni here no kra no na omu ntimi nwini 2024 nwini 2028 this is 2032 ana na ombetimi awini sabre no no ma ya dwuma cancer menkofo oti ase so ati ase ma bebre no free MPP ni NDC na ya abedu omochi ba say obi so obeti third force na 2024
analysis you crash say na can unim na can let me prove to you analysis ben what to me I say
me no me argue say ni ohunu bi afa I'm not here to argue with you say minim ni American that is fine I'm not here to argue with you because ya dey na to maka ho asem enti no say minim ni American na nko na onim ni okwa that is fine me I'm not here to argue with you enti say ni onim no kan wo dey
Tobo aseneti na American na he say na American nyansa homa na ye na ye sua bibi na American say for you to be able to make a conclusive analysis say 2032 no Now what was specific analysis be a who base was a on. Inti then now
what yes survey no 2021 and ya dey am say na America.
What the top was na
Oh.
media. Would need incremental growth to be a land in 2032 say by 2032 no mofra we say be what the nkrofu can won vote to ma and 10% of the electorate na won't vote and I will vote into tribal and I say religion no will be conform na say from 10% to 50% based on any empirical evidence. What it make an analysis based on them? What analysis I'll make say 2032?
No, but into COVID quarantine who share the cost on the omoye no wa the wo sha ase kra wo sha unkom ase wo kan delegate for isuban a wo na wo chire mu say omu nimpa se bia Canada Japan e be bom but they chose Baumia. Me dem me feel say omu choice omu make it but wo say omu nim second Canada Japan ye better choice but they chose Baumia. Do you think that only independent ideology no you can win 2024 given that we are just almost 1 year? Do you think so?
Absolutely. If you have, I mean, can't show who makes the vote? Bisa who sao?
You don't know about 18 to 35 or me 9.4 million.
What did you? The people make the vote. Until so long as say you could craft a message eto ubia komaso. No move ni needle from left to right, no. Wa convert no. Na me can what you say. Enye bibia some mystical bibia wo we must say wo there be ayo nipa na so change na adwene say nipa ne change na adwene a nti then na say nipa ne fam na nti a me ya confident ne say most of the youth now won't vote no say no one who say one shebri na agina sa MPP ni NDC for yeah one disappoint yen so nti for them to have a shot in the new world order. Now one aspirations need to come true. No, as I said, well, they can't sit on the sidelines. As I said, we'll get involved. It is say one now come from a dormant position of not voting to now a position of strength, which is voting. Inti anona ama pool no ayekese. Inti obia numbers na can enya effect no levels na go down. Aye less potent because nipana adult.
2024, 2020 elections now. The NDC gained 2.5 million new voters. Almost cross free. They get the additional votes. So they couldn't make 50+1. MPP lose 2.4 million. They are now near Bama for what and can say, San Kofono come here floating on me level headed. No, I want to make sure a nearma no matter no San Kofono 2.4. No, they are not enough to swing elections. So it is all kind of winning, especially say Alan there for Frantonam.
Because of the way the numbers are going to be divvied up, no. Into some numbers never into the pool now. Obiari win the first round. So what's going to happen is that it's going to give us the strength. Say if it were to go to a second rounder, young Nebabe pulls courts no on the second round because a bit young so for whoever has to win, no etumia win.
Target say you push election into a second round.
And me target said to win conclusively. But in the worst case scenario, if we were to go a second round, young near bad decision makers of the second round. Because of the way the numbers are going to be divvied up.
Not Alan. But don't you think say see a class schoolmate Canada Japan so on about Umia although you say Baumia is not the best, but
Japan is not going to support Baumia, and even Canada Japan were to support Baumia, the numbers are Eriko Alan Hono is going to be pulled from Baumia Ho na Alan Ho. Now me cannot say. MPP Funa what pet what yet stronghold MPP Funo. One hand will best swing from Alan to Chairman from Alan to Baumia. Every new voters be back into Baumia camp because Baumia is dead on arrival. Baumia is dead on arrival in terms of politics of 2024.
Why so? Explain.
We are in a failed government and a failed economy now. The driver of the economy, no, I am Mr. Baumia, and I'm Dr. Baumia, me boana.
Oh, your mate.
I don't know your mate. Oh no,
yeah, vice president or your mate.
Masa, or a vice president, but a leader of the economic destruction team. Or no destruction team, no, or no a leader. Or no pull together, or no ni a team. Ne superstars na mastermind no other baby change economy no. Or no pull one together. And we fail. No failing ni say yen some vote too many bio. No some find change economy now we fail no. How is that supposed to be? Obia would say be what you kwachi bia be hu say akwa na okura adi no mu we faili or sa ma a blank sheet to say be vote to man there why we vote to man there's something wrong with your thinking. There is something seriously wrong with your thinking. In America they say obia be sympathetic to Bahumiano will come from Alan or vice versa. Within the parameters of MPP, but nobody is coming from outside to vote for Bahumia. Onion who ready. Intiane say wa mastermind and I say wa exhaust enough ne the enoughness nan will be vote man because one they will vote based on tribe and nothing else.
But the poor to say north and Kwana can south for no greater courage in other regions. Also, based on tribe. Meboa.
Sir, unum say offshore Ghana politics now. Minority tribes, no, it would be say
because greater courage do they vote on tribe?
If we are member, and in America, no, me catch there was say Accra na a cosmopolitan area, and you know, a honor the economy, no, EBDSC. But even Accra no crown, other areas, don't think so much than NDC for. What you say, if you saw a honor, constituency be a whole year than a honor or better one MPP. If you say a honor, we say be a come for now better than watch it. And you know, then we say be a MPP for winning. And a baby so honor on because NDC. In fact, we share dynamics now. Minority tribes, no. We share Eastern region say ya. We go baby on to Abama NDC. We so called global areas now. On to Abama NDC by Eastern region. So Eastern region, no. MPP for na the winning. Okwa Fran Prince say ya. Obetimi aka say NDC ne be win because no one mom to ayi nuan ma before na na the eti one. Enti no we share Ghana say ne yeto ya ba na. Untimi rule out this tribal politics no. Eno na me kire say ebe hyemu kina because of candidates ni mienu nyina akofri esro ho no. Enti no ye ntwehwe mu ayaye no enna me de di tuja nye ni obi ka ene ne mi nso obi me bia obi tie. But wo de ne American ni oji achinye bia antro nto ho no mu. Na eduru ho no ma afu abesan afre me ha. Se ne mbe ye predictions an ko fo no mu di matem no. Sa me ka se ku be ban ko fo di matem. Niema can be uncle for dimatem, we must uncle for dimatem, but we are there. Ye nim say a yushimono, a piffy. Yes, I mean to me, but will be following a beer himself when it comes to this Niema dia. Well, mean to me, or more winning Sanya, ye do.
But poverty is all kinds of tribe. Any other Professor Mills, any President Kufuor contested election that 2008. Professor Mills free South, President Kufuor free South. Second and fourth to Abano Pepe. So if argument here the tribe and the two Abano a true, then a Professor Mills win here because the Omuni South.
I'm saying, who figures and all? No, if we are to was who figures and all.
2008, there no.
Koshe Sanya Santa Forno to Aba, TNA. Koshe Sanya Santa Forno to Aba. Neshe the Sanya other account tribes and so to Aba. What they are cautious figures. No, medical culture also say. Missy, and no crash 2008 margin. Now you're saying 40,000. You're going to play for third round. Very good. And you know what they are cautious and you're almost to about. And you know, a 50 timer, you usually more and sign you who know. And you know, baby or honor, even a Santa region, baby or our part, we are day and this in the baby. Say no ne other areas no ekuro we refi kuro no hono any adwura no ho krampo de aye kakra ba ko na eben oboase no eben be kwai kakra no ukọ hono ma wo ye den a ndc de be wi what you say enti no hono mo no ukọ a omom te wono wo mu nyina no do na every voter region enti no omum de ane say ne etie bi ebeto aba no ama den. And now it won't say Sabe Okukumase. Ebi I won't say the media mati bibri. If we plan Uchana was say who party ben na ka so we NDC to catch us asantini papa ben na wo de and I won't be that me de matia e kire ofefe ma enti na kire fefe se enye wonim de ene ne obeyo moment I you bet to say bia odi di Kofi Boateng me say me di Kofi Boateng opa ma me ko voter region say me kokon bia me eno kra ye mu am ye ntoma me what you say and I mean nti travel politics ne de afua wa ba ye bia wo ya analysis and wo ye adwumadi so ye strategies ma political party na so be ye from there well and they told you enu nti no sa election we no ebedi esie region so bedi esie economy no medical can say ebedi esie but and to region ne tribal politics na ebe koso no economy ne de enkran ni kumase no ne ade ne de ho no ebedi ehurisi ho but other areas na ye nim no de me catch us all do any to say economy na ebe to abade a obedi udok no kwa.
Okay. And I'm disappointed in youth, because we share CDD reports no my na report part of the report youth already between 18 and 34. Almost say unemployment in the economy any idea here in fact CDD for no ko be interviews no. Emu 18 to 35 years 27% of them to omuni adwuma omo pa adwuma pa 20% so omuni adwuma but omo hwehwe adwuma because nya de ombenye bi and omo omadi between 36 and 45 no mu 20% to say omuni adwuma omo pa adwuma and emu 14% to so omuni adwuma but omo pa adwuma because omo ye ko nya de ombenye bi 46 to 55 emu 20% so omo pa adwuma ye 56 years and above emu 11% so omo pa adwuma ye na the whole Ghana enipa 23% almost almost pay adwuma it am one say we youth no ye research am claim economy mo say mo pay adwuma 23% mu and then these same people oma just omo the tribe any ethnicity and e beto aba na say ye Ghana for na kasa no ye mpa Ghana ye ye nya ya gene say ye adwen papa bedwen eno na
Efuade ba kwa mpesa me kan say
yes, that's the consensus I was looking for.
new edubiasa na me kan efua say wote wo ye wo survey and wo ye research na ofin say Ghana nkwan ne nkran ni kumase a ana akofo duane oboase a enye wo beti
okay
enye wo beti pa
efia ma men kan sa men
enti no ye factor
we answer
okay
no monkasa
are you visible in the regions and
absolutely last week you call Volta so they are sending me videos and na me ahemfo no they still call me Volta for na me catch on say hey move Volta for am wa ha de bia mo sympathetic to NDC mo am fa ma adwene anya adwuma na mo betena akase me ne won kasa serious me wie won an obehwe ahemfo na na oba na obehwe me se wo pa mo wo be shake me sem no say makasa na me say mam fa madwina anya adwuma na mbetena akase mu votu ama vote ayi NDC for by na mo problem na ni ho wo honom no wa hwe na mo mem NDC for akokuje top black aba no ma na wa betena friend den mepe na wo ye no so tinsum na ore memani honom na okuje top black ne strength bo and parliament na wo then otumi aya amamo mo fa madwene nya adwuma na munya sa concept na modwene no mo mpanyimfo a mote ya na mo kan wo oh me efra kona ko videos no man kan kire nga me we fe panyin ba ko ba no say oh eh na ma atombo so na so ma atombo ase say dem mu hu say mu vote ma NDC mu hu say mu hu ana me na me ntombo ase munya na mo kan na mu vote ma nipa obetumi aboa mo na munya mo concept
na kofi kwanto mu tie ye de o kan mu tie
Fred amase oda so frem wo me WhatsApp so togbenom ene wo because what pobi let me tell you the truth they say one guy wo Volta no wonya obia owo message anyone international ni won see ani ye me mount stage na me no kasa the conviction me wo no because if you me then a clean and the truth and it's genuine me masa me beda do obia Jessica inti me kasa kana wo inti no conviction the spirit that woman mu medical no one who say no akwai is it that say na adwene nya adwuma and I say
oh very bro so yeah
Inte me one kasa we are be so me sem chia me kase what am say makasa. And one crop ni na hobby. Me kasa me slow because as
Minim
soon
say unso, minim say your bold back of obi question obusa say Ghana for the mindset say the poor boatinka mindset no religion any ethnicity.
I
And to
can't
say
change that.
mindset necessary kofi obenya vem
Me say,
sacrifice say me who say hold on one for it. But the Ghanaians you want to help. Omo appreciate the way you know. Omo
if
the
ya,
say bottom no aba feel no. Na sadi obenya to be piegu na yi so no. E na odwene that's what obi abrante be say
Efia.
bebe akotena abrochire back. Na kodwene ho ko say Ghana for na dwene be sesa na say see how there. Omo dwene ne sesa. What do you have to say about that?
Efia. Anope wie ya me ne kwakudua yire kasai. So ni kwakudua yi no okoye election independent candidate na wokopa na Chelsea vote MPP no. Na kwakudua oyi ni constituency ne den kumewu.
Okay.
Na nsema mate no me beshada ye ho special yi na me de ato. Let me tell you, there will always be a section of the people if you yes to grab a candidate a wearing vote to man because already trying no Maggie Cube and a sardine. So we we have to live with it. Say in Kofubi wa honoma, we command a box of matches now man Wellington boots we ni yesu or in two up or no more. That's not what any obia or game changer no on many sound microphone. But in America, say the few men and women who can change the nation, no, we already have them. Until let's pitch to them. So long as say one will change one no, you bet me as a Ghana. But this idea say Ghana no baby I do no because of NDC the MPP are true. I want to actually into yen to Mr. Ghana into yen somehow no. Let's accept one substandard thinking governance be what my substandard yen accept no and no I cannot take as a human being. And that's what I cannot accept. Now America should be honest say the youth of Ghana I stand behind them 1,000%. Said they are ready for a change and they're going to shock the world come 2024. I promise you.
Okay, Kofi Kwan, I mean, you thought, but me pese youth no mo join na mo amon kire ye, mo amon kasa, mo amon kire mo adwene say, mo pe change, ana mo be toa so with NDC ni MPP no ah. Do you think say mo be diska, ana mo the ethnicity, religion, am be gina so ato aba na you are ready to think outside the box? So be gina on money future, huh? Say the India focus space, nkofo ye coding, Dubai akon enemy. Which one do you the youth no mo pay? Because Kofi Kwanti can't say, wait, the honorary secretary says the reality is say Ghana for your fair Yansan Twabo. Yeah, the ethnicity, any religion, the Twaba. The Kofi Kwanti so not to chance only youth in the Bracasa looks like Omo Pepano said they want to change, they want Ghana to be better. Omo check countries baby so come, they want Ghana together and they are willing to invest in that change by investing their votes there. One now youth no Brahana Betre. Which one you want? Because I think me my age more and I think it's becoming too much of a burden and it's exhausting. Say every day beer the same NDC MPP and for what thing you koto abane ba mo Ghana for kro ya mo to NDC MPP. So use the link. Patro wa bra na be kire. Which one do you want? Enti ba Kofi Kwanti man busa afa enti budget ya almost say Nkunim budget. What do you see about it? Will it actually change 1 year? Yeah, President Omakai. Will it change something? And do you think NDC has the alternative? And Mahama said, just say 24-hour economy near the end. What do you think about Tuno?
If you Ghana food now with the humility vested in me, me catch Ghana food now say. The two Dukadaya mafioso cabals of NDC and MPP are criminal organizations. Mo amunim na meka akire mo. Mo so amunim nso a mo pese mo place enye no kware no wo yese no. NDC and MPP are criminal organizations. Enunti
crime men on my committee. I know watch it more because I
okay,
don't
crime
know
a
of any
wa
crime
committee ne
that
say if ya since I'll be say adwuma wo ba say adwuma mu na men nwene say me can't be about politics.
politics.
That utie wo back to first budget a wo ready a wo tumi tie bia. Now hwe niama wa ya, do you see a consistency no query wo ha no aka?
Do I see a consistency in the pattern of budget or reading? No?
Well,
Oh
no,
yeah, road, the taxes. Yeah, I see this one.
and the consistency wo but
Yeah.
who consistency say and I say who say it's sika won say ehun adwuma no wo de amagana fonanda. So what I say wouldn't say atoro when the sika well say a whole Bank of Ghana young central bank to me be catching say through technicality ya $6 billion. Then they are wrong with us. 6 billion and yet 150 cedis so $6 billion. It me see oman foforo ye yirano keke through technicalities ye really the 250 million say ye di kosi dan wabra ye ni industry. Are these people thinkers? Who need industry? Your entire domestic market is absorbed by China and all these other countries. Toothpick a crowd when yet bebeta crowd wa crap ne de bagana. Wouldn't need any industry. We say we see bank for $250 million. Then ne how Sikanan kai 300, 400 million. No, what you could see the biggest hole in the middle of Accra. Them me no cry say who budangu. Who bu adang.
Yeah, National Cathedral and now can.
No ana making ye bu adangu. Sandy and who share. Say say National Cathedral ninti your judgment that pending. So him say.
Oh, one idea court.
Debi asasina what the National Cathedral say na you be asase. Na ya di yako ya di through condemnation akofa.
Not part of it because not part of it your judges for an too.
Judges for the denenko. But part of it no kra no ye obi asase a won kan ho asem nwie ye. Nti eno so your judgment that pending. So nti wo won krofo a say you know insu atemu a esa ma entontom we nka ho. Ye vaccines. And so ye mosquito just say what you know I would say for tiffy dam keke na end because what you know I want to say now you were 275 legislatures are what take parliament I was a yentria wonka yama on V8 yama on bungalows yama on bodyguards drivers house cook house help. I mean isn't that sickening? Yasama on vacation allowance. Hospital allowance will Dubai and anywhere of their choice outside of Ghana. Now who high one would they woke 37 and I woke Kolebu Ubakono now you as I say we'll vote tomorrow we'll go on ma worry chain an opportunity to go on the dialysis machines talk.
Okay. But coffee quantity no only abema po boatin che say youth no mo nyini niema say hu. As much as it's against their interest, I bring every message. Or say if you have the economic argument, I believe. I believe the economic argument only affect people in cosmopolitan areas in Accra. Do no one calculation. Yeah, my same way. Say we say radio so free. And I'm starting saying the day and I'm really pay that's why media about as gracia cost they won't listen. They still go to the ballot. Or they are to amanipa no
because and yet one way decision makers no one take cosmopolitan areas now one war for now will create narrative no now one answer what was so what songs on what the one jumano now America chose what say when good men and good women cease to think and take action no evil thrives.
Okay.
What do I say? We want the good men. We're not asking for much. We want the good men and good women of Ghana to rise and take the right action for the people who don't have a shot, to get a chance at a decent life. That's all we're asking.
Okay. Go into what about the alternative, Muhammad and the new suggestion for instance 24 hours economy? What do you think?
Mahama, yes. It's a failed product from the beginning. Mahama he cannot do anything to change Ghana in 4 years. Into your bar, we shouldn't expect anything because 4 years won't be married. onipa wa ba be ka
Ono aso na e ka 24 hours economy no ade no.
Mahama no ne say he goes around and picks ne writers no pick niama from Nyankrofo ka. No one find the most popular, not the aye ne speech of the day, just to remain current in the news. Listen, Mahama does not have a plan. Wutiena, he's as empty as Bahumia's shoes. So
he's as
empty as Bahumia's shoes. Tiena mekano. Mahama, anyonwa bibia meke bia ye Mahama nankasa no abeka. Mahama nankasa no abeka say. Oba beye poultry farm. Na obia nkyere nkukọ na nkukọ no wo ye nwon wo to nkesua wa to nkesua no nkukọ ni dia nkesua no to wa to nkukọ no. I mean ono anu abeka so person legalize okada nkrofo wa won fefo space na wo ye the most advanced technologies in epigenetics to extend life no wo na wo kan say wo pese wo legalize okada. Really? Mahama is a nice guy. Danga mitimua meno ye video yi. Mene Mahama di Chinese was adem. So he's a nice guy. I like Mahama. Mahama, you know I like you, but you're not you dead goods. You can't do it. You don't have the mental capacity to turn this needle 1 inch. First of all, no, Ghana fumunti asembi. Want to make your president won't need energy. Mahama doesn't even have the energy.
Only energy come rounds in
Masa. Only energy. Most of the candidates what present one crown, they don't have the energy. Catching so on your sit-ups, on your push-ups, 100 years will be here. So only energy. Mahama doesn't have the energy. As a so retire. Bahumia any energy as a so retire. What need energy? So you need serious mental focus, you need strength, you need masa. What now to say Kufuado wabe ma Ghana aye a laughing stocky because a Kufuado sani buy. We shouldn't make some mistake here with the Kufuado with Mahama and Bahumia view. 1 crown waba. Who the best of Mahama. Who the best of Mahama. The best of Mahama was not good enough. The best of Bahumia is not good enough because we in it. Bahumia will be episode in Magana for 12 months yake on fanya nkonya mejai me presidency no mabevotu ama mabe campaign ama Bahumia. Bahumia will magic be episode ya on the 12 months yake on fanchire Ghana for ni yebevotu man. Me kra mejai me presidency no mabevotu. Only be bia yemaye. If ya obia we vice president, you have access to young executive fund. Then na want to mean ye. What were ideas now? Say no. Akufuado a hand over baton now. Bibia Bahumia between I or Ghana no between I don't know ye. Onim sen wire he. Then no Bahumia person ya own to me ye. If ya catch them.
Okay.
So I say, listen, Ghana food necessary yet I say. Me wabusuafo a ebia NDC fo me abusuafo a ebia MPP fo ye na ye Ghana fo but as I say yet as I say nkrofo a ye nya sa tribal politics sa reyi no ye o me na ekwa sorry no ye men's fellowship fo na me masa ye obia wo owof ayi so a mohwe yin or the iPhone and a Samsung and some top phone bi no de kasa because no bro need na adwene aye na eye yen fe. Yet na pie na yende yang adwene beye bi no yet ho na de bi obroni nyama yen obroni so kwan of fast so de do ho no yende yan pese ye fa so is de bia oh no broni ti say no broni aye say no suania obroni aye na ye bi dabi me de vote to man because me ni fear kura ba ko nyansa ni ho as the esua nyansa Ghana fo we have to learn something. Only David Becker.
Atem ebesi ziane de e na Kofi Francis de ziane de ebesi o na ebeche enye ne ebeche suban no ba Kofi Francis no
efia ya nsua ni say ya ye bebre
enye ne ye bre you are not far from the truth though enye ne ye bre ya be rant ya gisika ne ya rant 4 years about Ahokyre ni e refit ya na yakoji sika na to aba no. So when you have an opportunity to change ya Yenina, at least in Gayu to no cry 9.4 million. 18 to 45. So 18 to 45 no go decide they say on better third force we can switch government.
Done deal. Done
but
deal.
I'm running by so this is what we are facing. If a person you to not join our what do they want to see? But for what you now hear analysis. So Coffee County person will make it a showing earlier than 2034 now. Then the now. Do you think so? You're running mates who which region? Because we have a calculation to which place do you think the person should come
now do you discredit me calculation? There a photo and the man or person in man a photo consultation or be our person document. I was so about because I have recommendation a pioneer be fast so I bet me I convince you for no more masses on my being. What I said, I was so be answer our ban what I say. Both NDC and MPP, or even universities now, all the tertiary institutions, no more organization. I am Lantuana a campaign or more convince woman and more joining parties. And to be forced to bet me a renew on my heart, and yet, yeah, or better honor Casayana, and we know. And you know, nipa bia or pesa ya buano no oba ya bachelor na kwan because we grant o pesa oba o self ya obema me number then oba no ma chiro say we ni say ya bebo
money who say be running mate and bibisa
Debbie eh ade a mesua or discreditment wo mra na me nkyere no
Ghana man who chrome say
no enu na mesua sabi school fees e bitua wo UK no ye ka kire wa so ni Meduma amaye no into black consultation. Unse ma bika ma niema bebre me betra ma kire se NDC ebia senka ba ebi kura nko senka discuss me say asant won pe reanimate ofiri Ashanti region obeboa won because ensem bi wo no ma afu atam ni nti ye ntimi nka enti no wa wo pese
Obi am using in my idea because I'm saying they are more interested in sending the text message than joining and
say na Kofi Plantain waka kasa ni nyina me taam nyina me de amam wakasa what you say enti kasa bi e wo so ka bia waka why ideas are wo nyina waka opa black consultation na me nkire wo say
Mate meba
what na kasa running mate a key to any candidate nti ya say NDC ni MPP ba o mi I say on fa Ashanti region I was thinking say be another Oba from Greater Accra region because I've heard people suggesting that
no, me say NDC. If we am say NDC, I suggest say, in fact, say document no kra when you be summary when you be. Enti no, ya can say, omo fa running mate free Asante Memo a. Any betimi aboa na omo betimi reduce Asante region votes no. So omo timi nya votes no more than 30%. Unse tem bia no omo timi nya bibisa e mo omo. They shouldn't forget to say NDC and Kasano, apart from President Rawlings, all candidates need BN one more to me at 51 and 52% nationwide. I don't know so what they are.
Yeah,
but MPP we near margin huge. The American meboa. Sabria Bawumiasan knew a move chim was so and no dear Ubia try and just say the Americans are more than so being Santini said no bit me a partner Mahama na or Motinia Asantima more no Motinia votes between San Mumba.
Okay. And but not for any third force so qua with this permutation NDC MPP Bay. Say third force be person make it showing. At least we'll push election or crying to second round say Alan and answer Kofi Plantain. Any idea what should they do in terms of selecting running mates? Because almost they are more
third force the other day. When I know what can same way that last meeting I hear with her. Alan de mechanical. Who's a third force? My cancer who person be a third force. And you infitiation no. And nothing I'm cancer where Papa was seeing do. Ya hinya hwe kura yehu me papa egusitano. Yehu me nana obeda Samuane Francis Essien. Yehu bebre me maame konadu yehu entimi make impact say wo hwase say within a be 2 years na person obedi akonwane dia obedi ntwo this a wo to obo ase Oh, because says here, I mean, no worker says, even universities no plan now, Ube tries over you and Lanto and NDC name, MPP for you, or my words to order that. If you can't bear to now, be fast, Ube to me a penetrate, no convince him Lanto and no my bidi wechi. And only a dear American say, yeah, you should my actually say, Sabre no cranny yet third force. I formidable, when you be credible, say, with your corrupt, won't be dinner no plan. Won't me we need 2024, you need 2020. Pay your calculations are near. Name of 50 sabre and economy, Ubetini is okay. Ubos a man for no better was here. Now, waiting me abe union. But says here, I was a work at third force, Ube we need 2024 there. Well, this area, comfort not a miracle being a bit me about there, minty. But yeah, you should only be a claim if you say any possible.
Wow, maybe I would you could feel granted I share I was a confirmatory miracle party. That's serious.
And if you have a confirmation, Obenya ba into your ready, Obenya papa.
Well, I want to have a say and channel could you grant a record or a research analyst and security expert. A why you my way no sign or sign NDC no and another crowd but any rolling say ba I only a man anti for many years and sana or come back to school I any PhD in the end to no analysis in to security implication of all these things. And so that is you could you grant you say some know that down so you very passionate about Ghana. And I make I say it takes a lot of sacrifice. Abrochire the uncle school crowd, yeah, more McDonald's a crowd America. One year crowd then $12 or maybe $15 an hour. An hour. $12 the uncle school crowd no. Maybe only high school crowd G the cronibio. Or budget to $12 or $15 an hour. If you crowd $18 an hour. Where Jana Juma can see on Wall Street in there, dear can see or pepe an hour. For Jenny in how to come to Ghana. Set up a so change Bibi Ghana. To wow, we are Ghana near what to one what to so when you're come back. Oko 100 Ghana is now to about it's an insult to your future. It's an insult to that. Go be tia brocho. Oh, where 1 year you cry not just say coffee can't mum there sacrifice now I am because go for brocho will want to get ko paper. To not got not Germany. Bema crown pen and often and nobody said you'll be paper. What they are Juma. What got not London will be a TFU crown who cheat no when young crata. One in crata in Hadia in Ada, as I a citizen, was him in pet Majan ho. Hey, coffee granted mom, you must be some bold because maybe I won't do that again. I do my cry me a cry me pay.
So if you line a call off.
Network.
And I'm network not to chance network network.
Bibia ewa brichi biano with the right leadership, you bet me a duplicating at times 10 work.
I agree, but Ghana for no better man any problem no.
And let me say Bibiano was started fee baby. Now when from there. Now what started fee baby now not just say we incremental steps are a arithmetic growth. Would me a quadratic growth. Would make call from 1 to 100 to 1,000 to 10,000.
As a man, I was contradicting.
What can they say?
So they know after the third for this or shall see free baby. Yeah, now contradicting said this or shall see free.
Tina make an missy. What would they now kind we say young from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. Men no me believe it and ya start to 1 ye be 1,000, ya 10,000, ya 1 million. Well, inti no na wono entumi nyina wa adwene mu no e blow wo mind up but if you am me can some show na inti a me make commitment a me make no because say minim say without a doubt to say with all the developers and planners are many share around the world be in the east in the west marco many developers are tenacity a go over one game plan for one respective countries. Every nation be to speak about the many developers at times. And I know I catch them and me say, you bet me I am bigger and better than them. Inti ada in the my young hunipa, inti wouldn't sad then on a wouldn't say, who bet me I ya. And in that near Wurija or Hono, near our sacrifice no, and your big deal if you So because I know say we can if you hey yo we can make Ghana me say I could taste Ghana in my mouth. I could taste the development of Ghana in my mouth.
Okay.
So see benya Mr. Paul Boateng no I optimistic akra my anke be boy.
Okay. But what me person Aaron Anderson say if you don't create the false impression say everything is rosy abroad. Na say me can say rosy abroad. Me say omuye adwuma. And comfort is no mo na nim snow no crab bro mo bra. One of the last people I make us abroad here rosy. Na nim of course there are also those adwuma ho pa o madane junkies. Omo dane junkies. Abroad to temptation or and abroad we dan enya Ghana nsuo talk to we bia na obi amwa na o me nkwa adwuma. Snow to said you go to work unless the major snowstorm yes mo bi ama wona ma wonim na akọ unika obenante a wonim na akọ no ahyehyɛ ho obusa nkrofo ye difficult to abroche but I'm saying say there are opportunities na we abroche bi ni Ghana sa because economies here different abroche for ni see mo omo the slave trade no mo de build omo de but then the point is that we jani nyina ho so obeboa Ghana na mo ntomma no say ye kwaji sika ne ato aba no na me kire mo say egu ye nyina ye tiri so ne apampa so se unim pa se papa nie na even Bible kra Nyankopon kra kan Deuteronomy chapter 30 verse 15 ya oka se Nyankopon he has put before us good and life bad and death choose ba ko na wa hu pa se good and life nie wo se be sika akwa fa death ya se egu ye nyina ye tiri so ne apampa so even the Bible is clear yes you can say kwan keto ne kwan kese choose one and we are choosing consistently. We are choosing sikadie. We are what is kind of but so you have chosen say you want what you want. Yeah, no. Kofi Kwanti, do you think say say ethnicity a future leader will come from 2024 be change Ghana na sa transformational leader na Ghana area no yeah the ethnicity na ekoto abai yeah the religion na ekoto abai will it produce for us a leader obe change Ghana na sa de wo hona na ebenya bie
Oh sir, I think 2021 you discuss the issue that na me say tourism any agric sector na betimi ama Ghana akonim e betimi enya leader obeba on fasa na ma enya adwuma e betimi enya leader obeba obeka say okay me de competence na here me but 2024 year ekwe and we den saa de no na ebe adwuma we ya hwehwe anyi saa de na ebe adwuma in fact enso 2024 even wunya leader no kra sla no kakra no beba if you say saa na your system no tie wow we read the Ghana political history bia especially hwe Kwame Nkrumah try so obeka wo man ni nyina bo but still na points when be play a oye no na yenzemanfo especially security sector. Enti saa niema no de wo ye den a ebegum so ahu but near 2024 no ko no de ye behu ma obia ka ho asem say we de ekoponi eno na me ka ho asem nye se ye nya wo bia obebelimum ebeche se ne me ka no enye 2024 yi ene 2028 saa ne ekomienu we de ebedi ahusi
2024 ye nya transformational leader bia em forget transformation no just said that. Hello, Kofi Kwanti. Me busa say, hey, adabinya Kofi Kwanti. For what?
Mento kasa de afia.
What's it transformation in there? Yan trying 2024 and ye nya sa transformational leader no. Yan forget it. This be adachi be Kofi Kwanti ba na ebenya bie.
2024 no. Aye tefla hwe ase. Anya NDC a aye MPP. Omumienu nyina ase eni mom suban.
Okay.
Oti ase. Omumienu nyina eni mom suban. President Mahama na eba ubetimi aka bibi afa no a wonim. NDC ministers are now on the team on it on am na ye de wonim be mienu miensa suban. Ba wumia na eba ubetimi ehu say enipa so mesi odi na chi say no otie ya ma obi appointment wa obi wa house say no otie na efu ebeya awerehwo say some of them call phone bi kura utimi interview a me obi ka kire masa omo to galam say na kire omo nko no yenso emetu bi so hu enipa dodo say na edwene say ne oman ne beko nanim enipa dodo say na di politicians na chi a omo dwene say Ghana no ebeko nanim say ne bi a Kofi Kwanti kan ya ye di unkomi send ya wo field and komo enko food in uti bi kura na ye mahwe na fi say Ghana kura say ebi a Ghana ni future but ye timi ka say Ghana ni future sa ye wo gidie say ebri bi beba who knows ebi a na wo kyena me kura mbe ye president a mesesa enti eno de ye wo gidie sa obi a me ye kura me metimi aye eno de me hu metimi de me nsesi me bo say se me be ye president a me ye say eno de metimi aka but say 2024 yi de we ye den sa na ma na ekono eno ane.
Okay. Enti transformation na youth no mo pa munya. Na Kofi Granting ka so mpese munya de a sisan vote. Nya sa de ekwe de na pobo ata kan play nye play for say. NDC MPP ye ni momo dada. Wole momom. Enti bibie ni wonu ma ombe ya unim dada. Kofi Granting obi say even who this mbuza say we feel say youth no mo pet farming na because people have argued say betimi Monday ye program cry my great lectures and basma say can great betimi that transform me. Meaning say one so bantini ade huge plantation. Kofi Granting, do you think that youth no omu do echi a also be volunteers are they ready to farm? Say ka say they are great na be change Ghana.
If you okay say are they ready to farm? Now I say what my a perspective of farming farming no drone controlled mechanized farming. It's a whole near our friend UAE with 6 to 8 months what to me they reclaim me one wheat what to me grow wheat I want harvest wheat into commercial quantities what started exporting in April what started exporting around the world because of the Ukraine in the Russia and one
desert
so and so what to me drip irrigation to an effective level say a yield to me ma one yields are exportable into young farming here and if obi aka me no work can farming me make agriculture because agriculture no a whole discipline if you best 13 different legs with food processing with real estate engineering electronics we're friending pharmaceuticals niyama bebre into what into the field of agriculture no we a youth we benya baby ke now the uti akoshen weni je ho even retail crowd wo hono ma retail clothing and fashion identity because yen nua mani pi no to say banche hono any kube hono any brode mast no what me the textiles into what an area of textiles ne fashion ne idea you develop in R&D you betum dia ye won what into fashion no what be call ni na under agriculture into a huge agriculture is huge well into the youth are going to love young agriculture.
Okay. And the Kofi Granting can say youth will love what they are doing. They are candidate youth you put some kind of faith behind your thumb. Not to abandon accordingly. And yes,
policy aban no de beba what you say if you say me nu nyina na te classroom na university na wakoya minister ade na me nso e kire say me nso me wie university a me ntimi koya minister ni bi na me nko fu ana asa me nko ba bia emwa ye wo Ghana ha no these are some of the niema encourage youth no ama omo nye niema ebe den ebe boan what you say enu nti no se ye pese ye niema ebe boa wo man na ehwe e wose ye hwe policy a enkofo ede beba me fin say no mom na time bia wose ye ta ka ho asem mo me say me da bia me sabi ye titi me bia ye titi me kura asem nti I don't know me obi a manage ku aye ho pa emo aye ne ade nyina me obi a manage ho pa enti no me say no me fin say me ka se me afu a en shada habi but obi onu kura no one why na adwen so on the chinchina anche abrochire no akọ obeye no efu akọ woman get reset den woman no equipment said there say won ko park ko blaze ko fatrates ahodo oble no kura na won ko entini nyina agina education a ye de be ma ye mlante wa no wo hwe ye policy document na ye recommendation ye survey ye research ye recommendation na ye na ya kire ni pefe say emrante wa no ansa na betimi ama o mate ne ma biase no even at the university level no abekire on sa ne ma e was a shase afiri wo mususa no from 10 years going eno na wo shase say wo shase say wo de hye won tirima wo be ba no mo ansa bi wo mo hu wo mo adwonbo ne de ono sika no wahunu di sabe wahunu say ne ode ne nsa beto wo ba ko mu kra na kwotena pub bi kura akwaji omo nti wo mo no nsem kan no aya na de kakra enti ni nyina agina enipa no a obeye ntoto ye ebeboa wo ma no yes Ghana for ye lazy Ghana for ye lazy Ghana youth no omo ye hard working guys so hwe se ne omutimi kura nante form every hand mo kwabro chire koye adwuma na chire opefe se wo munya kandifo na so omo pese omo ye adwuma omo betimi aye but sa party see me ndi ani and so we are den woman na beba if you say emnante wa na nkaso omo didi omu se ne mbi kan ko university no ko hwe one titin a obeti test school meboa mo nkasa meboa omo nyina so no sa yimi anu omo kan wasem eti no ye wasem bo no po what you say ye wasem bo no po pa
mama na munyina mati because as emnante no bebre omo so omo join ba network na ha omo nti no omo ya na article but abante Hegati mimbusa Kofi Kwanti family ya kan was why be la dampato Kofi Kwanti o ye banche na o de ate odua commercial banche export ni ade o de ate on pese mo behwe no na maka se bi anu nti e na oba e na wa unim Ghana politics wu yi wani bebre ankofo akọ victimize wo banche akati o mo de ko ai cassava starch no o mo export ko ndi ono o ye farming dada no on pese obe dede ama obia ehuntia Abranti Ebia said the Bible scripture say in Kaiman Pen for see a Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2 say, when the righteous thrive, the people rejoice, and when the wicked rule, the people groan. Now when the wicked no cost now, what the 200 Ghana cedis yato? Oh, mommy quotation will come over. Wouldn't himself person to my righteous, now the people should rejoice. Kokromotino to time my Bible no trust I deal with Proverbs near to abo. Na Yakopon na select Solomon ni David mo kotena ho wo no so wo du kokromoti beto aba enti to aba ma nyansafo ni righteous mo kotena ho so a what disca koto aba so who are you blaming yeah Ghana for now we are confused because what do you want and you don't want people that are unrighteous to rule you but still you collect the money of the unrighteous and you go and vote and then you spend 4 years crying and insulting value no kosi say oh yeah do tax business betia and righteous no betia gratia mom make us say ya gratia committee for 2024 dada before I better elections say I calculate 2024 as gratia obi akomu nyina abeje half of those people on beje as gratia mbesa babio 2024 and Kofi Krantin ba no say this you say MPP na be wi no mbesa betena konwa so no mbesa ba beje as gratia no mbesa di and you continue to vote yankasa it's up to us oh. It's up to us. Your person man ko here. I'm saying the network na handcuff for go go on my mo final comment maybe next week na ya share that say network and be bo mo Ghana nti to ye ketu bi na as a network ni baby no mo bo money prepare.
Yo, afia mede be wie yeda say afia for a great show meda menua Paul Boateng so say for the wisdom ne analysis away. Even though I don't buy into ne analysis no me fe say yewo obi ono so tumi gina ne nanso kese ne analysis no I yield into no but na made American check Ghana fu na say Ghana fu mesremo pa say mesremo see enye me enye fia enye obi aye Ghana is on its last leg. Se Mahama and I said Baumia Ba, they are giving Ghana away because till NDC and MPP what this false misconception say Ghana for no yenye good enough, yenye trustworthy enough. Inti as I say we are tong yen hunia me na mu bruni. No bruni run bibia ma yen. O bruni rani adenon so a odisikani na akwa abruchiri. Inti ye spirale yen ho downwards, ye degenerate yen ho by giving off yen niama to Bruni. Inti mesra mo say mo a mo wa abrochire a mo pii no hwe afia program yi. Mo ayen menka se mamisika na mo to campaign material kosi billboard bi na fa Kofi Korankye din boso se Kofi Korankye 2024 to advertisement ma yen ne amfanye programs wo to program wo ayi afianom show yi so na yemfa en feature Kofi Korankye na me kame policies na mo hu se na yebetumi aboa Ghana mo sponsor ne ma t-shirts caps posters ne ade Momo bi amfa sika mro bi na obi nwini so obi kodi momfanye niema in our name na to me position yen against sa billion-dollar machines ya criminal organizations because America Chiremo say Bahumia is writing a check with Wuwu Sika $1 billion for 2024 elections Wu Sika na is what they are kwan what the hospitals no what the schools na wonenanom ne wo nephews and nieces so corn will be jaw how abruchin what the bay elections mama and Baumia Mesremo save Ghana is a beautiful place seeing a good leadership we could fix Ghana 100 times over into mama let's say may I promise you say in Midwest states and I'll be 100 times better than Mahama and Baumia put together. I promise you, because Obia Watana Bruchiri Dana Nim say it's not that difficult. Inti momoyen ni Nkunim yedama say mo yen woko kofikranten.com bibia ye peso say wo pese ohu about yen ewo kofikranten.com na yen phone numbers wo be follow yen
no phone number
yeah for yen phone numbers or friend then young momo numbers woko young website kofikranten.com bibia wo mon freying na mo ne ending kita ho ye da mu na ama so Nyankopon hira mo abrochi
but obi so asama o ka say and say omanya promises that ya no mu show say on be try another person because they try them people with so many promises and no more baby akwakosi what do you say about that
okay inti Ghana for muntie na making Ghana for ye over sympathetic young culture nti yetie enkrofo a wokasa wo say we eloquent wo di otebrofo e di so enso yentie nyansa ewo asem okanu mu moko back na mokotie Baumia ana Mahama na Akufo-Addo a wonga answer questions bia me Kofi Korankye every week bia me a TikTok me a Facebook live every week bia I face the nation obia questions bia or bia no I can give you my personal WhatsApp number 026-135-6939 026-135-6939 what question be about the economy I will tell you and I will explain to you for you to know say I am like no other candidate. What do I say? Text me say open a sheet of young policies na men text them bro young office or be text bro inti yedama say but muntie na candidates neka because there is no genuine candidate at our ballot room. All the other candidates have been paid by the NDC and MPP to lie to Ghanaians. Kofi Korankye pe call me yedama say if
you that's baby Kofi Korankye no say once I ready so on be engage mo onye say oye no so he's bigger than anyone. And we tried to have a youth conversation with him, but they couldn't come on because if you must send him a message, say looks like they are struggling to get in. I don't know why the network is doing that to you. But Kofi Boateng say if you are okay, accommodate tomatoes. Kofi Korankye apreku oba Ghana or say if you say yeah, to say the Kofi Korankye obeshi share boss so ankwa kosi aga. Kofi Boateng na can say I remember apreku but Kofi Korankye is different. Aprokusu fi abroche sa na ba yes Henry say if you invite Odike Mpacho Hadie Odike aba hanum so many times oni Kofi Korankye aba on the same platform sharing similar ideas near there. We hear you but we must try from somewhere. Truth to say if you the last time the latest source of energy ni lithium we have given out 13% per but lithium me see gold in cocoa ni na the amount for lithium no po dey see etia ye me age 90 wo dey holding shares no e ka ho 19% na Ghana e wo ba still small. It should be 50-50 between us any abrofo no. If you be ma abrofo na be ma 50-50. But enyama nyina na yeton. These are some of the things I could critical can want them. Your oil reserves near there e wo nyina no. A hot dog JC if you have been waiting to patrol need for link no. If you want to speak there was all the link no, but I hear some more struggle with the link. For link no connect it, and then you can join and share your views on that. But mama can say and then no link no mama problem. Now Henry Asakuma no say if ya the Vim advice Kofi or say Vim advice Kofi Krantio. Nkrumah was even ousted. Na Ghana for the would do a much ya. Woman dear you say ya bre cry. No makwa koyo bonnet. Yam post or much no say and then no the ethnicity and a better about on your home. No more Magana for no money BPBA and my young. Frank Boaman say he should stop the foreign accent. He said we must throw the white man things away, but he speaks like Bato Unipana Kotina Broche Science when you're then one Ghana for unnecessary things. Into obi ba no the Ghana accent ba no be obe so no ya no be do sika hin na ope. You don't want people to be real. This is the man. Watena broche over 20 years. Abroche me ko abroche kakrai. Me ko hospital krana mbusa say oh good morning. Omo so omo ntia asem ameka. What did you say? Who do hospital name and date of birth? Me come as omo so omo ntia ase. Gi say me ka restriction bi. Enti me so say ma start to bi. Me do one ma hello, good morning. How you doing? Me say I'm good. One yes, Auntie Kofi Kwanti was sent here. Broche na wote no. One year sent ni bi I won't meet now. We read Germany, I just work a Dutch. We do Holland, I just work a Dutch. We do Holland, I just work a in. One must do in. You know what I mean? In Cockney, son almost son that here. One if you get to Rome, do what Romans do. What if I don't know what general will come off when you say, oh, changing the accent? What can't be a man who's a Ghana, a crapinic crojen, me of you a friend, a beponoso. I am my major in a major name, jai or necessary no so be attent ye dear a Juma Ben obey. One more can Ghana accent na corruption, quafibia 3 billion and a quote corruption mono. 3 billion and $3 million. To the buy and see this man, a trillion cry trouble. Into obi can Ghana accent. No, we are sick at the open. Now the Obama so a real. Media mini, me accent in here, but me met me a boama. Yes, ya Freddy. Oh, yes, no. We measure on unnecessary things. The MYN kind of tax. See, I've Benkudi Fufu and all campaign in 2016. Coffee broke one over your turn or quarry. And show no number crassy be no na oh any unnecessary things here will be absent in our way. So the company I will be a war exporting banche. Oh, you know, war exporting banche quabroche. Oh, Jenny accent. Seriously? Huh? Dog say I'm backstage. Dog, you are not backstage. You are backstage. Me who be a coffee granted or backstage to see I will tear the American. So he's the one I see, but you are not in backstage. Be who you link before. Timbacho check or link in be why checking in you. And then I really wanted everyone to speak into network ne hanko for why. And I Rufai say if your coffee looks as if you are always talking about Ghanaians abroad. There be na Ghanaians abroad na disi kaniba Ghana for more Ghana and more Ghana and Wakotwaba. And he's always talking about Ghanaians abroad. So they can sponsor his campaign because he's contesting against NDC and MPP. One more is Wama papa ma coins ni dia kakra de obi age kakra di so ho nti ono ni bi nti ni nuanu ma wa broche for you omo ya double omo ti snow mu ni omo na ebetimi kakra be support. That's why he does that. Na ya wo Ghana na yesi Ahokyre no ye ne ye be ye den ye be ye den error na abaso nti dog wo link na nka wa baso uni so wo link na nka wa baso. The link is if you use the link you can come. Aaron, what do you say?
Yeah, so and the conversation here very interesting and
then you guys were supposed to have come on early to be part of the main, I know, say Juma Suntino, don't worry.
Yeah. But many of the conversation because if you read the Ghana political history, you realize that Nkrumah Ba Yembono, grassroots. Anna Obeshas, yes, he came to preach nationalism. I guess that is what Ghana is missing today. We are no longer patriotic. So look at, for example, myself, I got even Ghana buying scholarship when I made by Canada. The issue is people are now thinking of how to get out of the country. And nobody is having even a return intention. A return intention is something like, I have built a house. It's not to say maybe contributed to the economy. So I guess this whole conversation is an issue of systemic challenge. Approach to politics, the partisan politics, ask and them kind of thing now. Ask and them. Oh, me achimuni, me too, we are not thinking about how do we contribute to building the Ghana that we want. For example, in Canada here, you walk, even in the US, you see the American flag in front of people's houses. It's hard for you to see Ghana flag in someone's house today, even in Ghana.
And the work campaign is true. It's true.
You never find out why, because the sense of patriotism is not there. We are not patriotic. Number one. So I guess in as much as we are trying to build our economy, we are trying to build the systems, we must first think about how do we build a more patriotic context. How can we go into the game of now educating Ghanaians? It shouldn't be about trying to get power. No. At the grassroots level, you should give us about 10 years doing massive education, massive grassroots education through community centers, community small groups kind of thing, to really claim the people. Because the issue is that Biko of South Africa said something, the only weapon, the only potent weapon of the oppressor over the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. And until we emancipate ourselves mentally, there's nothing we are doing that will really count. Yes, you may have the ideas, you may have the programs, but mentally, the people are not there. They are not ready. They are not patriotic. How many of us will want to say we want to die for Ghana? I have a lot of friends who came from Ghana to Canada. Most of them, if you ask them about their return intention, it is when after they have built a house or two. Kwame Nkrumah, at the peak of his academic journey, returned to Ghana to build an economy. But how many of us are even thinking this way? So I guess it is.
I think that Aaron, you should also be fair. Say Ghana for the baby so be fear. You receive your muye. It's as say now they two no and aboga waba. Oh, you niam aboka. Look at how they treat you. Oko pay juma kra. Oh, for so if you are brochen or abenti. We make it obefia kra. We make it look like them and us. They say they all kind no. Ube be a barber shop kra. Ghana ni be guna ma. Because we always cat. Mami we be see. So this lack of patriotism, that is the underlying factor.
That's the underlying factor. And if we want to think of development, a sustainable one, it's not. So there's a people I'm writing on. I'm making the argument, you see, people think of leadership as a thing. Foucault wrote when he wrote about discipline, power. That power is not something that is a top-down kind of thing. It's a bottom-up. It's like the ocean current. It flows. Even Ghanaian youth, the people who are not even in political positions, they have some agency and only a power they can resist. The question is, how do we activate Ghanaians to come to this level of understanding, to say, I want to stand for Ghana. I want to be for Ghana. I want to be involved. I don't want to be a participant. I don't want to be a bystander. I want to be involved. That is the question. We had this thing called civic education at high schools. It's not there. So I guess today, if there's anyone thinking of change, a sustainable one, the person must first start with, even for nothing, the second cycle institutions, to find ways to really integrate them and also internalize certain core things in their heart. Because from SHS, you go to the university, like myself, the only thing I was thinking of is, how do I get out of the country? From Legon. I stand at the Legon gate, I look down East Legon, I realize the atmosphere is so dry. So the question is, how do I...
Has it been easy for you? Also, because nobody gave you the mindset to say, obeye adia, odebe Ghana so you were just looking to get out of the system. Me matana Ghana all my life from SHS. Bibia in Ghana. I never got the mindset say mean to kwine. You know, and what oba so ube say better roses were brochana.
So I guess me buy no enye better. It's the place has taught me about work ethics and also it has taught me about say anything is possible. Because maybe in Canada now, yes, I work in factories, I work in the greenhouse, but with a master's degree, I look at myself, I realize that no, I am operating below the bar. So you know what I did? I have started a whole organization here. I have a whole organization. I have people I employ. So these things are for me. It has taught me say it is possible. Yes, we talk about racism here, but I've been able to build all these things and I've employed people. So the question is even in Ghana, yeah. So the question is, how do we? Because even in Canada that we are talking about racism, look at my accent. I've still been able to push through running these programs for even the government of Canada through grants and other things. I've been able to push through to this end. I believe that it's possible. It's about the individual believing in themselves. The way I made, for example, being in Canada, I believe in myself, say I can still penetrate through. And today, yeah, so within Canada now, I feel say if I've been able to make ends meet, we can replicate the same thing here when individuals begins to think of themselves from a different perspective. And they say, Yabeka say, NDC, MPP, it is too much, we've heard it. So I guess we must invest our funds. It was like Kofi Grant. If you have some money, let's think about education, alternative education programs, and let's give ourselves 15 years, 20 years.
I think I don't know about STEM, no. So I STEM. Maybe I want to now suggest the minister on the STEM. We should pump more into it. Maybe.
Yeah. So I guess we must begin to think of these alternatives. And MPP and DC, because when people change, people make the government. The government is a reflection of the people. There's no way. So you can't say you are different up there. No, the people will pull you into their context. You may be innocent. You may have your ideal programs and policies, but the nature of the people, you be like them. So I guess at this point, we must focus on systemic change, which starts with education. I mean, that's what I think.
Yo, thank you so much, Aaron. Aaron say Kofi or support ovation because you are Aaron, I was someone amuto t-shirt and I'm support a friend saying Abu meba I'm say on network near Abu ni Eric and Eric. So what cash wa meboa? Hello, Abu.
Hello.
Abu ya. Mente unka Abu.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Abu.
What do you mean, can?
Fede mente unka. Seka aswa na ofre fi no meboa.
Tamale.
Tamale ifa.
Yes. Yeah.
Hello, Abu. Oh, I really love to hear from you all the way from Tamale because minim Tamale minu aye adwuma wo bank no. Baby omo ye we know overhead no. Nti me aya meta aba ho no me ho me pack ho answer me Tamale so many times. Eric Mbacho, good evening, my auntie.
Good evening, Auntie Ify, and I'm here to say.
Adam.
Boss, I salute you. Auntie Ify, you know, say I'm an NDC man, but I'm open mind. See, this is the kind of people that when I'm coming home, this is the kind of person, the people that I want to come, whatever God has given to us, we also will chip in and to make sure that we support a worthy cause. You know, me anytime I'm a boss, you know that I'm just going for NDC. But that is what you see anytime I was talking also, if they can break in, because can have a message. Because right now, like I keep on saying that next week, I told you give us 3 weeks time, something new is about to happen. You know, so I can see right now we have 2 independent. Whatever we do to make sure that this independent to come together and be a strong force against the NDC, my own party, and MPP, we have to do it. You know, so at least because I send money to my folks and everything. Said the government was saying that they have created almost about 2 million jobs. It's not hearsay. Some nurses are they haven't even posted them yet. I have about 3 sisters. They are still sitting in the house. I give them money all the time. So I don't know where they keep on saying that they are just making it. And I'm going to tell you some secret. Do you know why the financial minister tried to go to Ken's house? Because he do it.
You can offer it.
Yeah.
Or try
yeah. Happy and I can Amarwan. Because every year he does that. They use him because of his employment. So they think that they're going to use him. So this time he don't want to give them a chance again. See, according to our intel, that is what he go there try to discuss the budget. You know, so this is alleged. So I don't want to make it like say, but we will come up.
I don't even know because Ken only finance committee. I don't even know how.
No.
Ken or interior and communication committee.
There's so much things these people are doing behind. That is why you see that this guy, everybody hands is in their mouth. It's in his mouth. He can bite anything.
Eric, I don't know. Kofi Kranten say Ghana voters now, so I say yensaso because they also will support NDC. But be or baby or why idea to say Kofi Kranten no ujinidi. But there's where Ghana kotoa ba. Yeah, Jessica kotoa. But do you think say if you Mahama Kran you be selecting her, you bet me abuano. I'm why you do because you know you could just get
that is wrong because I hire away me Atlanta, right? She said, I never see a day me toaba. I never see a day because they will call you on the phone or send you a message. That's it. Oh, but yeah, then I quite say because since and I'm saying Juma any or mining to know, so they know that the people are hungry. And yes, I said the comedy was important. So a comedy was important. So when that is how they have make it though. Both my party and MPP, they are all the same. So please, Uncle Kofi, I'll get in touch with you and we'll talk about so many things.
Okay.
So I'm coming December. So December when I come, Auntie Fia is aware I'm coming December. So December, whatever we'll do to help, we'll make sure that I will take our country because we are here. Our people are suffering. When they are suffering, we are also suffering too. So whatever we can do to make sure that our country just come back to where we can employ people. Yeah, what bro saying argument in your arm. Argument here, will be argument here. So if you can see say, oh, make my argument me kuro no menya kakra e de didi ma me ho atomia. Come on.
Okay. Because right, okay, it's so true. Say me call Dubai a couple of times. Who Dubai for wa kwento mbebere o. Omo mu kuro no preche heaven ti o ni baby akọ. And now bro Europe ni America, who Singapore for bebre o. Singapore for no mu kuro mo airport no preche heaven. What I think who to kan ko baby.
My example, right?
America, India for they control Silicon Valley.
Yeah. My example, right?
Okay. Ghana for create to come to come for baby be near Juma be to quite. Because Ghana said the Benkuni for any enjoyment. Whether I will be a no every day be a summer amount or be uncle be uncle it is up to us. See a bit changey. Yeah, very patriotic. Said the Aaron kind of Kofi Nambese some of the feedback. I won't say network for we'll do a part 2 of this. We would really do a part 2 of this. Because we need to change our mind at a point. We just need to change our mindset. We can't continue to do the same thing and expect that Ghana best. That is madness. About one year to nine year to and we expect Ghana to change. How Ghana change? Because politician in himself said the Kofi for what kind of $200 million no the elections are. Obeko we sikana no obeko bob siaba. We obe sikana shim. No one say nya ho fa so class and we chire.
Nkrofo a students the youth a wo abrochini na they communicating aggressively with one counterparts and one colleagues in Ghana. Work lifestyle wa abrochiri a chire wo. Nti won so won nuanom ne won namfo a wo Ghana no so one so were expect to say yen de bia yen visa nkwa abrochiri a bede na yen so yen stakes asesa wo Ghana. Nti obia say no he me say youth no one asesa wo beje usika na di wonvu tuma vu he crack your bay so NDC ni ono akeso NDC ni ene yen keso obia in shed ne NDC ana ne MPP ni e kan say vote prudently. Vote to ma obia insisa infi NDC, stay at NDC, stay at MPP, stay at PNC, stay at PPP. But vote to ma obia wutie ne kasa enye sa dada ubisa ni se corruption a obetumi a kire wo mu bi se ofia obia ante corruption ase wo Ghana se me obia ante agriculture ase wo Ghana se me obi anti education ase wo Ghana say me edutum nankasa omra na mean school because edutum nankasa no anti education ase okese STEM etwam say ye wo STEAM science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. Science, technology, engineering, mathematics. Debbie. For Ghana, young, sena young states, netin na baby, yes, you idea do no. STEAM, because STEAM, no, now build craftsmanship.
Okay.
Well, sena wonga wo to me a branch out of school, no. What to me, sa technical skill sets, no, what to me, de independent, no, din sika. Because we see arts ne ka ho emma wo ye balanced that it me ma wo to me gina won now so me say edu twum na nka so mra na me school no on take education I say ho
okay
listen yeah this Scandinavia and the German style of education no and our friends say practicum no just say yeah we see bia no would to me the one say adwuma yeah over 3 million unemployed graduates Ghana. Education system here, Juman currently what 3 million unemployed graduates.
Okay.
So I say, I just said the system has failed. The whole system failed. Now, if you assemble a nation and its citizens will not even begin to be loyal to its state. Well, the government, won't need to maybe said the government, has love for them. As I say, among Martin can say, government, one a some ye government ne a some. Say what thing can say government ne care about them, and now they become loyal. And no who Ghana flag is in Crawford, and no Crawford die for the country. Now government what kum nipa. Won't need dialysis machines and Crawford Emma Wu. And Crawford, well, a mere cock or woman with first exposure to the world. Say what that film. If you a mere cock, Mofrano first exposure to the world. Say, cement floor. So, I know they welcome, would you say, welcome to the world. Here, get your low patch. Now that's so was cement floor. So, come on. Cause Singapore, me call one hospitals. That's why they make $4 billion in medical tourism. $4 billion.
Wow. Next week. Next week. Education and first health. Education and health. You better agenda one buying with deliver and non deliver. Because I think one of the key things you touched on, which is education, is the way I hear education, any young Ghanaian be a me who na wako school abrochi becho se Ghana education foundation here, but the aka ni na yedi agro.
Concept.
Because we need to fix it. And yes, obia inti Ghana ni akola akosua de abrochi a challenging kakra be kaka no aye use it na for BT class because foundation na can hard floor na do better.
Meba 3-year-old on make a recycling ho asem. You bottle that form. I also didn't want recycle, but 3-year-old. Me cry my shop. 3-year-old. All can recycling wasem because of Sena Bruchi Ghana teacher Nikro classroom recycling cry then. So recycling. Of course recycling.
Who America no who said it. Or much shell more housing here. They be no or Ghana human so say I didn't to me planning. Na yen to me yes zoning area when ye. But even Tete by Jimmy Brecker is in Nkrumah time by Jimmy Breno. Nkrumah had the proper zoning plan. A high NC hospital, a high for ball and go, a high for a lorry station shaha. But no more I say any biabano. I say Bibia Coffee Crunch, I bet to us next week. You bet to us next week. Thank you so much. You Coffee Crunch contest independent candidate. Abu, where in article Abu tried, but tried to answer Beba. I don't know why I didn't take Abu ntimi ka Abu me ya pa say also me pem Wi-Fi ma what mepe Wi-Fi amount. Ebusa for me na masi say na munyina mo join here. And then Sister Yvonne Wood, thank you. You are from beginning to the end. You've been part of the conversation. Network ni nyina, but you've been part of it. Thank you so much. Yvonne Wood. Menta hunti and never hun. I'm very appreciative. Akwa kwapia. Ene brako si sapon the audience here no de bia anti yakobo show. And I wow join here bia FBJM. I'm saying what they know FBJM. Also, yeah, that's anybody who joined us. Georgia Boa near day na that's it. Georgia Boa say I could to join Canada, Japan, Alan Chairmantina together. Munya Juma, Namunina, Mumum, Namumwana Ghana, and Nkunim. Muma yen Ghana for no son change your mindset. Yen Jessica Jenny Ejitwaban. Yen started from there. Let us change our mindset. Stop collecting money to vote. Use your conscience. Say the abroach for your person Ghana, yes, abroach. Let us adopt the mindset of a moment to a no matter how hungry you are. My principles anyway. Those days. Conscience that they didn't collect money. Yes, sir. And then we can push our leaders to deliver for us. And yes, I better and go see who take. And remember, now I say any production team nina a DOP any Mr. Kojo Hansen, DJ, Omunina, a new production assistant or a guy rough young man waba DJ All Black. Nakoposha DJ All Black say, oh boy, yeah, a duma boy, duma sa my busavo. Good night, Nakoposha. Monday, you better education, you better health. Agenda 111. Apomudi, dear politics. Health, oh, dear politics. Education, dear politics. How long? Any yes, sir.
Speaker, it has been 7 years of grace and positive impact. We are determined to do more to boost the capacity of the private sector, to expand productivity and create jobs. In the past 7 years, Mr. Speaker, we've invested over 32.7 billion to keep the lights on and support the growth of businesses. We have invested 25 billion to facilitate the repositioning of the financial sector and enhance its ability to assist business operations. To date, the Development Bank Ghana has facilitated 1 billion cedis in competitive financing for the private sector, and GESL continues to mitigate risk in the agriculture sector. Supporting 100,000 young graduates to secure workplace experience and employment by investing 2.4 billion in NATCO, invested 7 billion to build road and transport infrastructure and improve connectivity and productivity, invested 541 million, 169 IDF, 1D, 1F enterprises to scale up value addition and provided 140,000 additional jobs. And we have created, Mr. Speaker, over 2.3 million jobs in the private sector